to Helm's Shield Hall, and having given the Hell Riders some backup as they were getting swarmed, you'd now set out to the High Hall to try and find Duke Alder Ravengard. Apparently, he had head to the Grand Cemetery to find this helmet, this Helm of Tormsight that he can use to get some sort of vision, hopefully, to free El Terrell from the infernal chains which are dragging it down into hell. You'd made your way over to the High Hall, saying goodbye to Ray Mantlemorn, and you'd started searching the hall. Immediately you're attacked by hellhounds that were prowling around the outskirts of the grounds, and the interior of High Hall was very dark. The motifs that once depicted celestial beings and different depictions of Torm in the High Hall had been desecrated, and you kept on seeing this motif of Zariel imprinted on all of the pillars on pieces of artwork. The entire hall had been desecrated and twisted, slowly being transformed into a temple that looks dedicated to Zariel. It seemed quiet at first, and it was very dark, and originally you thought that High Hall hadn't come under siege by devils. However, when you started searching around and dug a little deeper, you found that there were actually some devils prowling around. Some were watching you from a balcony, others were looking for survivors to kill. You'd met Seltern, a friendly druid of Sylvanus, a turtle, who had just been stopping by when this entire event happened, and he believes that because of the nature of where you guys are now, his tie to Sylvanus has been severed somewhat. So he's trying to do good by going around and finding survivors and giving them good berries. As you'd entered this room, you'd also found Trevik as well. Let's not forget Trevik, who is probably the bravest person you've ever met. One of the guards of El Terrell. Not quite a Hell Rider, let's put it that way. So as you guys had opened this door, this private chapel, you'd found just a scene of utter devastation. There were piles of corpses that have been mutilated to the point beyond recognition. They're just bloody piles of meat stacked around this room. And not only that, the desecration was so strong that upon entering this room, you felt this overwhelming evil course through your veins, and your bones become brittle, your skin became dry and cracked, and any little injury that you'd suffer was twofold. So we ended the session like at the end of the fight with these crazed cultists that were wearing like horned helms, and they were accompanied with a spine devil. So that's where we are now. Everyone's feeling very sore. The only person that didn't step into the room was Nico and Lulu. Lulu was just kind of looking out for you guys. She's not that much of a fighter. So Raven, Alandir, and Zygon, they've been struck a little bit worse than the rest of you all, to the point where they can barely stand and they need help getting around. But everyone's feeling very terrible as well. So what do you guys do? You'd also learn from Selton that he's a little bit slow, Selton. He said he was looking for survivors, and you guys thought that he meant like the big group of survivors, but he was just looking for a few outlier survivors. And he actually told you that all of the survivors were summoned to the Crypts, which can be accessed by a secret button embedded within the palm of the altar of Torm.
So, how's it going in there?
Oh, we're hurting.
I don't think a good berry's gonna fix them none, Sultan says.
So is it still emanating from the altar, or is it from...
Well, it's nothing visible.
Oh. It's not like this little pentagram right there.
It could be that. There is a bloody pentagram painted onto the ground. There is blood painting the walls. There is pile of gore and viscera everywhere. And there is an altar that's been just absolutely destroyed at the rear of the private chapel. Everything has been defaced.
I want to look at the pentagram and see if I know what deity it's from, or what if it causes some evil magic in here. Despoiling magic.
Make a religion check, Callan. Even as you clutch your holy symbol of Timor, just holding it in your hand, you feel as if the coin could pierce your flesh, and it really hurts. This overbearing pain just makes it very difficult for you to actually think at the moment, and you just don't have the mental energy to think of what you could do at the moment.
We need to move on to get out of this vile area.
Who do we know who it's an altar to? Torm? Or someone? You mentioned last week.
It's Torm. Like, the entire chapel is Torm, but the deity Torm is also commonly worshipped with Ilmater and Helm, because they're all buddy. That is Torm. It must be.
I mean, we could... Isn't there like a consecration ritual? Some holy water? I guess if you don't know all this stuff, Cal, I don't know. I haven't really much religion. I mean, it's not really my thing at all.
You can make a religion check, Nico, as well. Try and think up something.
It's so hard to concentrate with this pain here.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you come out of there for now? I mean, you're all in there, and in the yucky nuck. So maybe if you steps out for a minute, you'll feel better.
What if there's someone still alive under this pile of muck?
That'd be most unfortunate on them. Is there a big pile of muck in there?
There's a few. I think there were people, and now they're meat.
Right. Yeah.
I'll just be a minute. And he starts searching around. He takes his quarterstaff and he pokes around these big piles of chopped up people. Meanwhile, Trevik, he runs straight out. I'm here. Are you okay? Are you alright, Nico?
We's doing great. You did excellent in that fight.
You're shivering. You look cold.
Yes, it happens. Sometimes my skin gets a little cold.
I think you've got some ice built up on your arm. Do you want me to scrape it off with my spear?
No. It tends to hurt people's when they scrapes it off. It's a bad case of Agatha's. It'll pass though.
Oh, I've overcome that before.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I know I stayed back in that fight, but my bones are aching. Everything seems to hurt.
You did just fine, Trevik. Okay,
I got an idea.
What's the ideas?
We need to pray for repentment.
Okay. I'm all ups for the repentance and all.
I'd pray, but I'm not sure if Sylvanus will listen to me. I'm nowhere near nature, and I'm pretty sure Sylvanus listens through leaves and roots and stuff.
Hmm. Right. I don't have any leaves or roots or stuffs.
Oh. Do you want a good berry?
Sure.
There you go. Don't eat it all at once. Oh no, wait, actually eat it all at once. It won't do anything if you don't eat it all at once.
Right. Yeah.
Mrs. Devil Lady, do you know how to fix this?
Let me consult some of my books.
Maybe you could try praying. It's never too late to change your mind. You don't have to worship devils. But you seem like a good devil. You haven't tried to kill us.
No, I try to be a good devil.
Oh. Well, you're a real purdy devil. We don't have them sorts of people where I come from. We've just got little goblins with funny faces and masks. And they climb on each other's shoulders, and you can go in your shell and roll down a hill and knock them all over. It's fun.
Okay,
that sounds fun.
I'll see if I know of any way to fix this.
Yeah, make a religion check.
Go for it.
Let me pull out some of my books, put on my reading glasses. Nope.
Nobody's got any plans.
We are starting.
I mean,
tonight.
I could try to dispels it, or I think that's maybe disruption that circle with some like water or holy waters would probably be a good place to go to.
I see my problem here. My book only says Helm. He exists. Nothing else.
There's big fountains of holy water downstairs. We could swim around in it.
I mean, my big things is I think we all gotta feels better for sure, but I don't like leaving this here either. You know, I'd like to makes this room's not so evil, if you know what I mean.
Oh, it's pretty messy in there. You'd need a lot of holy water to clean that up. You might be better off with just regular water as well. More efficient that way. I can create some if you want. I'm not sure where they keep their cleaning equipment though.
Why don't we wait until we know more about the situation before we go disturbing any demonic symbols?
Okay. Can we maybe shuts the doors and put a spike in it so that people don't walk in there accidental like?
I thought we was going to clean it.
I think so's too, but you're saying we don't have no mops or brooms or nothings. So until we can go find some mops and brooms, I was just saying so no people walks in there like saying closed for renovations and whatnot. I mean, I got 3 holy waters and some regular waters, but
Hold a second, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Yeah. So let's go with the door closing and the chalk saying
Wait!
do not.
Wait, guys!
Uh-huh.
I was just making sure that everyone's gonna be okay. There's no more baddies around. Oh, you all look injured and sore. I heard you speaking. You were saying that you've got some sort of foul curse afflicting you. I used to be able to heal things like that. I used to have all sorts of powerful magic, but I don't remember how anymore. But I think you might be onto something, Nico. Maybe some holy water will purify the place. That's what clerics make. And clerics are, well, most of the time pretty good.
Okay, so, I mean, I'm willing to give this a try. We have a couple extras to.
Well, this temple, it's been thoroughly desecrated. Even the images of Zariel. That's not the Zariel I know. She looks evil in those depictions. I can't just let this room go tainted like this. I need to fix it. I'll try and fix it if you want. I'm not scared. Anyway, I'm a Holophant, so I've got the power of good and friendship on my side.
That's wonderful. Here, you want some holy waters? I got 3 of them.
Sure, just can you take the cork off for me?
Yeah. Just suck it all up. You can spray it down like a hose. It'll be great.
Stand aside, Selden.
And you take the cork off the holy water, and Lulu puts her trunk on the end of the vial. She sucks up all the water, and she points her trunk directly at this room, and she just sprays the water everywhere.
Need more.
Okay, like I said, I got 3 of them.
It's working! Just a little bit more!
Okay, well, it's the last ones.
And suddenly, as Lulu sprays the last of the holy water over this room, a miracle happens. The blood drains away. The piles of gore dissipate. The broken furnishings repair themselves. And the damaged altar becomes whole once more. Everything is orderly, and the twisted images and the stained glass that depict Zariel in her devil form wielding this luminous sword, they turn back to a warrior dressed in full plate mail, proudly displaying a large silver gauntlet in his hand. Everyone's
Great
skin
job, Lulu.
repairs. Your bones feel strong once more. Your flesh is no longer cracked. Curse is lifted. Except for Zygon. Zygon starts to grab at his neck. He screams in agony, professing that he can't breathe. He starts yelling out in Abyssal. And then he sort of speaks in some celestial tones. Shasa Fala Rasa Malukala. And he falls to his
People
knees.
speaking in tongues before.
Yeah, he starts speaking in tongues, big time. And then he just falls to his knees and he places his hands on the ground and he's just grunting a bit. And suddenly a red aura begins to surround him and the shield of the Hidden Lord glows. It turns bright yellow and the swirling fiendish patterns displayed on the shield begin to animate and move wildly. All the while, the red aura that surrounds Zygon, it begins to increase in size. And then, all of a sudden, Zygon stops. He stops squirming, he stops chanting, and he's very still. Before he stands up, and there is an explosion that emanates from Zygon. Everybody needs to make a wisdom saving throw against being frightened, because Zygon transforms into the image of a pit fiend. But he's still only 6 feet tall.
I can't make wisdom saves to save my life.
What about to end your life?
Those I can do.
Zygon, his armor seems to just meld into his new form. He becomes more staunch. Wicked-looking claws burst out of his shoulders. The shield emanates more energy. His eyes sink and turn into red glowing orbs, and wicked horns jut out from the top of his head. And alright, everyone except for Callan becomes frightened of Zygon, and you have to use your movement to move away from him. And he just starts roaring in Infernal now, saying, "I am the Hidden Lord! I will not be confined! I will be freed!" So you guys have to move away from him. Lulu and Raven and Alandir get frightened. So does Trevik, and they just start running for the altar. So does Sultan.
What has happened to you?
You're the only one that resists, Callan, and he just chuckles. I'm not Zygon, fool! Get out of my sight before I burn you now! Get out! And
Bring Zygon back.
A line of fire starts to animate around Zygon. And you need to make a dexterity save, Callan. A wall of fire surrounds him. Oops, it's a burning ring of fire. Alright, you're able to dive out of the way in time, and standing near him is causing an intense heat to burn you. The heat is emanating 10 feet away from this wall of fire, out in every direction. And he just chuckles. Do you feel this power? Do you stay there, Callan? Where you're standing right now, you're getting burnt.
No, I back off.
You have to stand at least 10 feet away before you don't feel that intense heat. And
I look around. Do I see the others? Everything looks so dark to me.
Everyone else has to pretty much run until he's out of sight. So if you can still see Zygon, you need to not see him anymore. Trevik, Lulu, and Seltern, and Alandir and Raven have all run to hide behind the altar of Torm. They are absolutely terrified.
What is your name, fiend?
Do you speak Infernal?
I do not. Elvish in common.
He says to you in common, "You will never know my true name, but you, mortal, you may call me Gargoth. I want to see you run. I'm going to give you to the count of 10. 10. 9.
Give me guidance.
8.
Strike this foul beast down.
7. 6. You still got time to run. 5. 4.
I'm a strategic
3.
retreat.
2. 1. And then you see Zygon, still surrounded by this ring of fire, step up to the back of the altar to Torm, and he sits on this grisly-looking throne, all the while scorching a black circle around him as he sits. As you guys have, patience, as you've head off with Lulu and that, so down here, Seltern's just like booked it, and he just jumps up, he hits the lever, opens the gauntlet of Torm, and he hits the button, and suddenly the silver gauntlet starts to spiral around, and as it spirals counterclockwise, it also descends until it becomes flush with the floor, and then it cranks down a little bit more and turns into a stone spiral staircase that descends, and Seltern just runs down the staircase, and Alandir and Raven are going to follow him, and Lulu yells out, "Wait!" And she starts calling out after Nico and Callan,
Nico! Callan! We need to get to safety! Down here!
And you just hear Zygon taunting you guys as the fear is just overwhelming you. And you'll be frightened like that for a full minute. So what does everyone else do?
I try to follow the little one's voice.
I will go down.
Coming from this direction. Alright, Lulu's going to cast light on herself so you can see her.
This way! This way! Over here!
And Zygon / the Hidden Lord just yells out, "Ha ha 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 ha! You'll be next, little angel! I'll be watching you!"
Zygon's been possessed. He's lost to us.
And he just
I think
keeps
it's
on
that damn shield.
keeps on chanting in a mixture of abyssal and celestial.
Okay, I guess we're going downstairs. I think she just needs to take a loads off for a while. Maybe have a little sit down.
He'll be fine by next session, don't worry.
I've heard the stress of moving can do that to a person, so...
Alright, so yeah, Trevik, Alandir, Raven, and Sultan. They've already run down the stairs.
So I run down.
Everyone heading down?
Yep.
Who's
Yeah, I guess.
playing corgi? Okay.
Flee!
Why not?
Flee, you fools!
Alright, you descend down the stone stairs and you follow them for about 50 feet. The staircase is extremely tight. You can barely maintain your balance. You have to hold on to the walls. There are no sconces illuminating your way either. And as you descend, the smell of death and old grave dirt becomes stronger. Eventually, the stairs terminate and they open to a 20-foot wide tunnel. This tunnel continues on for about 30 feet before arriving at a set of wooden stairs. The stairs descend another 30 feet down to a stone landing where you see some tiles. Some stone tiles. It's very dark down here as well. You've got Lulu's light though, being a beacon, and I'll just check everyone else's light source. That's it. I think the only source of light is Lulu. By the looks of it.
My mace.
Okay. Yeah, you've got the Mace of Disruption.
The other one,
Oh, the Mace of Disruption light. Okay. It lets off a little bit of light. So you guys came from this direction, so these wooden steps lead down to a stone landing, and you just see a 9-foot high ceiling, and it's got an arched ceiling as well. It's all crumbly and it kind of looks very rough hewn. It also almost reminds you of the Dungeon of the Dead 3 in the way that it looks like a crypt.
So that was the things that just happened.
You
Where's our turtle friend?
do not see Sultan, Trevor, Galandir, or Raven either. However, with your passive perception, Nico, you hear some talking. It's just like some indistinct chatter coming from nearby, down, could be either set of stairs. Kind of echoing off the walls.
Okay, maybe they just went downstairs already. Let's see if we sees them.
The
Oh,
voice
there's lots of
gets
stairs.
a little bit louder. Yeah, the stairs, they lead down and they wrap around and lead down once again, and you've descended probably about almost 100 feet from those top of the stairs at this stage. And you see a tunnel lead off to your left and right. The tunnel to your left is 10 feet wide. It's 15 feet to the right, and you can start to see what looks like some stone funerary shells lining this wall. And there's a clear voice now.
Do you really think so? You're sure? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're just not the persons I was looking for.
As you round the corner, you see a halfling talking to an imp. They're standing next to these stone shells that contain ashen remains as well as skeletal remains of people, with a few unlit or melted candles spilling off the sides of these stone recesses. And the halfling's got his back faced to you initially, but he quickly spins around to face you, and the imp sort of just quite close to the halfling, grabs onto the halfling's shoulder with his claws and lifts himself out over the top of the halfling's shoulder to peer at you.
He's there, friends. What you guys doing over here?
The imp snaps at you.
None of your business. Move on.
Oh, that's
Okay.
awfully rude of you, imp. No, we were just having a conversation. This kind imp, he's going to save my family.
There's no such thing as a kind imp.
Hey! You come say that to my face, lady? Huh? You hide round corner? You don't even know me. Go on, show yourself. This none of your business what we talking about. Why you coming here?
Sir, this foul little beast will trick you into signing an agreement
What?
that you will not like.
And a little halfling, he's about 3.5 feet tall. He's just dressed in some common clothing, and the clothes look dirty. He looks quite parched as well. He's got sweat coming off his brow. His clothes are actually got this like sort of, looks like flour. And he's actually wearing like an apron as well, a very dirty looking apron. So it looks like a baker. And he's actually got in his hand this little doll. It just looks like a little imp doll. It's like a little mini replica of the imp that he's talking to, a stuffed toy. The imp also has one in his hand. And he just clutches the doll close to his chest, the halfling, and he looks over at you. Oh, excuse me, where did you all come from, may I ask?
Oh, I'm from Baldur's Gate.
Oh, are you looking for the other survivors?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We are looking for that.
You. He points to Bargle. Are you a Hell Rider?
No. But I borrowed your stuff.
No, but we did stay in a Hellrider vault last night, so that kind of makes us honorary Hellriders and whatnot.
Oh, you're not just survivors then? You're heroes?
I'd like to think so. I mean, I've done some heroic stuffs and whatnot.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Pilster Pebblehuck, and this little imp here, his name is Perchilix. We were just discussing working out an agreement. You see, I am finding that my family is in grave danger. There is no food here, and we've started resorting to drinking holy water. This little imp, he's made a deal that he'll look after my family. There'll be food and water enough for them to survive for the entirety of their stay here. And
Aww.
I have
It's
to
so
take this
cute that
deal.
the little imp's trying to grow up.
Huh? What you? What you? Look at you! You big problem. You human, but not human. You trying to be devil? You wanna be devil.
And the imp pokes his tongue out at you.
Now come here, Pilster. Ignore these stupid heads. We got a deal now. All you got to do is drop the blood on the doll and we both hug it at the same time.
I mean, if you likes, we could review that deals to make sure that they're upstandings and there's no, like, you know, bad things or things in that.
The imp hisses and his scorpion stinger tail whoosh, whips out in front of him, quite close to you, Nico.
Back up! Come closer and me sting you, okay?
Whoa, Mr. Perchilix. I'm sure that your contract is up to standards.
Yes, of course. We have contract. 1 month of food. Enough time for food for your family for their whole stay here. In return, just 1 times your soul.
Just
But
what?
what's if they stay here for longer than a month? Then what's they gonna eat?
No. They not stay here longer than a month.
And you're not gonna hurt them at the end of the month, right?
Huh?
How do you know they won't be here longer than a month?
Because me know. Boss lady of
Oh.
Avernus.
You plan on
She
killing
told
them by
me.
the end of the month, don't you?
Hey! This none of your business. We just 2 people having conversation till you come here.
Well, actually, Mr. Pertulix, you see, I was having second thoughts. I'm not quite ready to sign it yet. But, if your agreement is up to standard, I don't know the technical name for it, but if the agreement is good, and what you've said is true, then I'm sure you wouldn't mind these people just taking a look at the contract. I understand that I'll be sacrificing my soul, but don't worry, it won't be his until I die. It won't matter then. And in exchange, my family will live. I would die for my family.
Pilster?
I don't ask you to judge me
Can I
for
call
my
you Pilster?
decisions. Yes, Pilster Pebblebuck. Finest bakery in Elturel.
He doesn't plan on letting your family live past a month.
Hey! Me no say that. You just make thing up. You try and make your own rule.
Oh, then you're going to get them.
Fine,
Safely back
Mrs.
to
Devil Lady. You're so smart.
And then the imp starts flying over towards you, and he hands you this little mini stuffed imp doll.
This is copy of contract. You can read it. You check yourself. Everything okay? Now after you read, you go away.
He hands you the little mini imp doll. You can make a investigation check, patience, to check it out.
I'm not rolling well tonight.
Alright, the little imp doll has so it's just made of some sort of material like a cloth, and it has infernal written all over it. It's the contract. It's just a straightforward wording, and yeah, it just goes all over the doll everywhere. And you've heard of similar contracts like this. Contracts can take many different forms, as you know, and as far as you can tell, patience, it's above board. It's straightforward. The imp will provide Pilster's family with a month's worth of food, and he will forfeit his soul upon death.
So, Mrs. Smarty Pants, Mrs. Devil, you can read, yes? You can read Inferno?
Yes.
Then you can read it. Everything is good, okay?
My comments weren't in regards to the validity of the wording of the contract, but more of what he's doing this to save his family.
Yes, his
You're not-
soul, his choice.
You're not saving his family.
No food here. Many people and no food. He no get food for his family? Then his family die. Me gonna save. Me gonna got the food.
Yeah, you're going to give them food, their family food for a month.
Yes.
Then kill them.
Me? How can me kill? Too many people's
Okay.
there. 100 more.
You're-
Me just want to help.
You-
That's all. We
not
just
you.
make a deal.
So let's say we don't do that steal, and instead we provide for you. We'll make you guys a counter offer, Mr. Pills.
A counter offer?
No.
Yeah. I think that his cost is a little high. Like, we don't want takes like the full souls. We're gonna make gives you the foods with something less than the souls.
Well,
We're
how?
gonna negotiate and whatnots.
Where's the food?
See, Ice can make these. I mean, how many peoples are in your families?
Well, there's my wife and my 3 small children.
So, like, every days, I can make these berries that can feed a whole person for a whole day, and I can cover 10 people of them. So I can make some, every days. I'll hang out with you and gives you guys some berries.
I don't know. This little imp, he said he'll have all of the food straight away upon me signing the contract. You,
Yeah.
I have no doubt of your abilities, but how do I know that you'll stick around here for an entire month to feed my family?
Well, if that happens, then you can go and talk to the imps. See? There you go.
Make a persuasion check, Nico. And the imp just sort of rebuttals as well. No. You no deal now. Me find someone else. And then their family not die of starvation. And Pilster actually doesn't get persuaded by you, Nico.
I'm sorry, I just can't afford to risk it. That sounds great. And it's not that I don't trust you, it's just... It's my family's life at stake.
Do you know what happens to people when they make deals for their souls?
I'm fully aware of the repercussions, whatever it's going to take.
Are you? What do you think the repercussions are?
There would be no pain in the well I would not endure for my family.
I'm not... Pain isn't the repercussions. You become a devil.
Or you become just soul coins and you get, like, stuck in the coins for, like, all eternities and whatnot. It's a good life.
I would die right now in front of you all if it meant saving my family.
Yeah, see, so our
you
plans
aren't going to save your family.
Yeah. So what's the big problems that we have here is that what if you're not done in a month? I mean, you're still stuck here. Where's our groups is trying to do is try to get all the peoples out of here. Yeah. And then they'll have a good way of living because they'll be out of Altera.
I don't care. I'm signing the contract.
The imp rubs his hands
Barber's
together.
gonna attack the imp.
Okay. I'll roll initiative. You draw your glaive and you go to swing at the imp. And Lulu the whole time is just
great axe. I'm just coming up right into him.
Great axe. Great glaive.
Yeah.
And Lulu the whole time she's just like, no, this is no good. And the imp sees you draw the great axe towards him. You idiots! Sign the contract! And suddenly the imp just vanishes, disappears, turns invisible, and he flies off. Oh, he flies off in the 10-foot squares apparently. Let me fix up those squares. The light must have been a bit messed up. Alright, yeah, he flies off 40 feet in that direction. You can hear him rapidly fluttering away. Pilster just backs up away from you as well, Bargle. And he runs over here.
I'm sorry, but I must!
And he just bites his hand like really hard and blood starts to drip down his hand. And then he just puts it onto the doll and starts to hug it. And then the doll, all of the infernal runes stitched into the doll glow bright red. And the imp just says, yes! Callan.
Well, congratulations, you just doomed yourself and your family.
And as you say that, suddenly bacon just starts falling down all around Pilster.
It's raining bacon! See?
So that's raining bacon. Alright, Callan, you're up. Toll the dead
There and cast a Toll the Dead on him.
on the halfling.
On the little demon.
He's invisible.
You need to see it, yeah.
So yeah, you
Crap.
try to cast the spell, Callan, and it fails. So in that case,
That's it. Where did he go?
your action
Go,
is
bacon.
consumed. Yeah, it's just raining bacon and Pilster's just rejoicing. Ha ha ha! It's a bright day today! Patience.
1 second.
Leave the imp! I don't want to ruin the contract! It's worked! It's a miracle! Ha ha! Bacon's just falling down all over his arms and on his face.
Can I... is he still holding the doll?
Yep, he's just hugging it under one arm and he's like spinning around holding his other hand up, embracing the
Can
bacon.
I grab the doll with Mage Hand?
No, because he's holding it.
Okay. Okay, I will try to do Eldritch Blast towards the imp.
Okay. That's a miss. The beam just flies past. That second one hits him.
Oh, I don't have the necrotic.
And you hear it firmly slam into the imp. Ah! The imp cries out, "Why you do that?" And Pilster starts panicking. No, don't! What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
We are trying to save your family. Probably too late for you, though.
My family is saved!
Do you honestly think that other survivors are going to let you and your family only eat that food?
I got so much bacon I don't even care! And he starts doing like a little jig, square dancing. You put your left foot in the bacon, you put your right foot in the bacon. Boggle.
Why are we trying to save this idiot?
25, 30.
Oh, don't slip on the
I
bacon!
got out. One of my bonds, I gotta fight for idiots that can't fight for themselves. So I'm gonna try to
As you
grapple with the... Oh, go ahead.
As you run into the bacon square, make an acrobatics check.
I'm gonna slip on this shit.
Alright. That's fine. You're okay. It's a little bit slippery, it's a bit greasy. That's alright. You would have made it's pretty easy to walk over bacon, actually. So you're gonna try and grab him?
Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my attacks and try to grip the doll out of his hand.
Alright, you'd have to pretty much like incapacitate him to do that. Unless you've got like disarming strike or something.
Oh, gotcha. I don't want to cut his hand off.
You could like just whack him, but yeah, if you try to grab it, he just grabs it and holds on to it out of your reach. Get away from me, he says.
He's not one who I'm interested.
You're not going to take an action?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at what I can't see. Shazam!
Alright, you take a blind shot with a crossbow down the hallway. So 11, it's a miss. The bolt just hits a wall to the south. Right, Nico.
I'll try and... I whip the darkness. I miss the darkness.
That is a miss.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 40. Alright, he'll come over to here, and then, I guess he'll come over to here. And...
That is a miss. A flame seed.
Even if he hit it, he wouldn't... He's trying his best. He's a good boy.
You could have knocked the concentration off. Alright, Lulu just yells, "Hey, get back here! Get back here with that man's soul! Stop! In the name of Elturel!" Lulu is very, very quick. She just zooms way quicker than anyone. You almost think that she teleported. And she intercepts the imp. "I've still got some holy water in this bitch!" Points her trumpet at the imp. And
You packed your trunk.
she's going to sort of see
Oh, I don't want to hurt everyone.
She flies underneath the imp, back around, skirting behind it, and she lets out a 60-foot cone of sparkles. It washes over the imp, and the imp just screams, "Ah!" And the imp becomes visible, and as he's visible, all of these multicolored sparkles are burning into its flesh. Steam is starting to rise, or smoke is rising from the imp's flesh, and as it screams some more, it catches on fire, and it starts to die a painful death, and the imp just yells out, "You not kill me! Guess what? Thank you for your soul! And soul of all your family!" And the imp bursts into flames and smoke and ichor and vanishes. And as the imp is destroyed, you hear like the sound of a clang, like a coin falling on the floor. And a large coin rolls out onto the ground, stopping onto the wall before resting after bouncing around a couple of times. What? Suddenly, Pilster stops celebrating and the bacon just starts to pile up around him.
You should move away from the bacons before you get all piled up.
Oh, wait. No, what did he say?
Yeah. I mean, can I read that dolls that you got there? Maybe we can see if there's something in it about the family.
He was just saying that our spy's right. There's bacon. Oh,
Can
sure,
I
take a
read,
look. All right.
And you can make an investigation check, Nico.
I'm really bad at those.
Alright, you take a look at it, and the contract's above board. However, you notice the stitching, and you notice the infernal letters seem to, like, curve around underneath the stitching. And it looks like there is more contract on the inside of the doll.
Yeah, we might got a small problem here. Is it easy enough to like open the stitching
Yeah,
a little bit? Or?
it's just you can just use like a dagger or something and cut it open, and it's actually stuffed, not with like stuffing or cotton or anything. It's stuffed with what looks like some sort of weird pink goo that's kind of soft and pillowy, but also sticky. And there's like a slime that attaches to your hand, and it looks like mushed up brains or something. It kind of squirts out everywhere, and you take a look. You can see that the contract does continue on the inside of the doll stitching, and it clearly specifies that not only Pilster has forfeit his soul, but does his entire family. It says it in black and white.
So, is it good news then? Should I keep on doing my bacon dance?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna have to have this looked at. You got some problems here.
What is it?
Yeah,
the bacon. It's real, isn't it?
Oh yeah. That's definitely on board. That's on the up and ups. But it seems like when you have to pay up, he wasn't lying about the families and all. See, so that's why we're saying they always tricks you. In some ways, you never notice. You don't see it coming.
What? No!
And he just starts screaming, and he falls to his knees, and he curls up, and he starts sobbing. I failed.
There. Families suck.
It definitely does say that it's not until you're dead. So don't get dead.
I'm a fool. I knew I shouldn't have trusted them. I should have taken your deal instead. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't worry,
So
Mr.
what was this coin that fell?
It's a soul coin.
Don't worry, Mr. Pebblestick. You see, I'm good friends with Zario, and she's the leader of Hell. And she never used to be evil. She used to be an angel. And we're on a quest, a holy pilgrimage, and we're gonna find this magical sword, and we're gonna give it to Zario, and then she's gonna turn back into an angel, and she's gonna give everyone's souls back, including you, and your families, and your 3 cute little children's.
I'm not sure it works that way, but
I'm going with yes. I mean, even if it doesn't go that way, I'll whisper this to her. We at least can give some hopes, and he won't be as sad right now. So it's nothing. What's done's is done's for now. We might as well at least make some.
you guys finally care about giving people hope now. You're the ones that tried to tell an entire cave full of people.
Oh, I
But
definitely
that's-
didn't tell people that. That was decidingly Ravens in the tell-ins. He's the one that's the spread. Like he's like the Santa Claus for bad feelings.
Oh.
What do you mean there's a glimmer of hope that my family's souls will be saved?
Yeah. So grab the bacons, and for now, just enjoys the fruits of things, and we'll do our best to make it not come to fruition.
Fruit. Oh, I knew I should have asked for fruit. I just asked for bacon. Oh, we're going to die of an unbalanced diet.
Not in 30 days. It takes a long time to die of an unbalanced diet.
Well, as I also said, you aren't going to eat all of this.
Bacon is nature's perfect food, so.
Alright, Raven. I'm not sure if you got the message, but it's daylight saving, so we started an hour earlier compared to your time zone.
Oh, you're not like that, so we're 2 hours in already?
We're 1 hour in.
Okay, yeah. So 9 o'clock my time.
Alright,
It's like 10 now, so cool.
so what happened, Raven, is Zygon got possessed by the Hidden Lord, and he's like talking in tongues and kind of scared everyone away. So everyone ran downstairs into the crypt. You ran with Alandir and Trevor and Seltern. You ran off, and you've actually found all the survivors, like 100 people huddled here. You start to hear some yelling and screaming, so you go like this way. Just you head down here, and then you go like this, and then you come around the corner, and there's a whole lot of racket going on. So Bargle, you go and pick up this coin, and you recognize it as a soul coin after being described it by Silvera. It's about 5 inches across, 1 inch thick, minted from infernal iron, weighs 1/3 of a pound. It's got an infernal rune on it, and it's feeling kind of heavy. Very, very heavy. Like, it is weighing your hand down, Bargle. Like, you can lift it, but it makes you uncomfortable to hold it.
Anything to indicate, is it glowing or?
No, it's not glowing.
But you're saying it's unnaturally heavy for its size?
It's got the weight
It
of the
is.
soul in it.
Yeah, it does have this weight of the soul bearing down on you. And, I mean, it's made from infernal iron, so there's like little glimmers of hellfire, like, visible on certain angles when you turn it and refract the light, but other than that, yeah, it's because it's got the soul. It must have a soul in it, bearing down on your good nature. So that's yours for now, Bargle,
Anyone
and
want this?
to figure out what you want to do
Stick
with
in the
it.
pack.
Giving it to who? Oh, no.
Lulu says,
I'm figuring probably get back to Froome.
Lulu,
No, I don't think it's his soul. Yeah,
No, I mean, release it. Yeah.
We should keep it out of evil's hands. I don't like soul coins. They've got people's souls in them. And I'm not sure if we're ready to just release these souls from the coin either. Because, well, what if they get lost or something with everything going on?
I mean, if you're as uncomfortable as I can hold on to it and for safekeepings and whatnot.
I'll hold it for now until it bothers me.
Alright, Pils has come to his senses. Lulu's kind of lightened his mood a little bit.
Well, I mean, we may as well make the most of this bacon. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I'm not too huge fans of Hell's Bacons, but it does look tasty.
He hands everyone some bacon to carry.
Sure, it's pork bacon and not people bacon.
Doesn't matter. Still
Honestly, I'm not about to ask questions. I'm just happy that I've got something for my family.
Why don't you go bring some to your families?
Might as well go share it with the survivors. Let's go.
Alright, Raven, so you'd found like all the survivors. They're like just literally around the corner in the main crypt. But you'd heard like some commotion, like there were some devils running through here and chasing people down, and some people ran off and the devils ran after them. You were just speaking to like a cleric named Faria.
Excuse me, what do I call you? You're not Hell Riders. Are you Flaming Fist? Baldur's Gate, you said.
I serve the Flaming Fist.
We don't have a good name. We're just,
Please, I want to ask you this, but I would prefer if you didn't share this with anyone else. What happened just now? Please. There's already enough tensions. Everyone's cowering behind sarcophagi, hiding in alcoves. It will just do worse, dampen the mood. Let's just show them the bacon and they'll be happy. Everyone's right around here if that's what you're looking for.
I would probably recommend giving your family some warning when you're in private.
I'll sort that out. But please just forgive me. Whatever god I need to pray to, I will.
You actually signed someone else's soul away?
Yes, you can.
You can. It would have to be obtainable by the devil, though. Otherwise, the devil would just never bargain for it.
I didn't see which way we were walking. We were walking down this way.
Up here.
Okay, thank you. Puppy didn't come with us.
Alright, as you guys move up, you find an enormous chamber. And you start to see some people huddled in alcoves. Everyone looks very, very scared. All of the remaining survivors of Elturel are here in these crypts. And Pilster just goes over to a halfling woman and some small halfling children, which are more like the quarter of the size of children that you'd expect. And he just goes over and hugs a woman and pats the kids on the head, looks over to you all. And he's just sort of crying, and he's got his shirt full of bacon. He just like empties his shirt and bacon just falls out everywhere onto the ground.
Give him a thumbs up.
He's sniffling.
So, who's in charge is down here and all? Anybody's?
This away.
Oh, there you go. I found. Hey there.
This place is enormous. You see Trevik and Sultan and Alandir, and it's a very, very large crypt. It's presently home to over 100 frightened people. Most people are cowering behind sarcophagi and in alcoves. As you gaze upon the survivors of this cataclysm of Elturel, you see their tired looks. Their eyes are red. Their cheeks are stained with tears. They look absolutely terrified. And standing before a large font at the rear of the crypt, there is an altar, and you see a haggard woman. She doesn't really look much better than the rest, but she is wearing clerical robes. She has grey hair, and it's matted with sweat. And with one arm, she's clutching this leather-bound tome. She sort of picks it up close to her breast as you guys approach. And in the other hand, she just has this ceremonial mace. It looks so brittle and fragile that it would probably shatter if it struck anything harder than a pillow. And you just see a single candle on the altar, illuminating her tired and scared face. Everyone's kind of sniffling at this stage as well. Everyone's pretty upset, pretty terrified.
Where do you hail from?
The woman says to you, Nico and Callum, as you approach.
We came to help. We're from Baldur's Gates, but, we're friends.
Baldur's Gate?
I have not been in Elturel long, but I know enough to know that the people of Baldur's Gate have never helped the people of Elturel. Not once. What sets you aside?
Well, we are now. Your city has had a horrible fate, and we're here to reverse it.
Yeah, we found some news in our city that we thought we could come help do some things here. We're helping.
They're all dead. All of them. All of the acolytes. All of the priests. All of the high clerics. The high seer of Elturel is nowhere to be seen. I'm the only priest left. We wait here to die. We wait here to die.
Do you know where the Grand Duke went?
The Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate, yes. He was here.
And she takes this book and places it down on the altar and just opens the first page. She keeps her hand on the page.
He delivered us the Tome of the Creed Resolute to give us hope. But he took the guards and he left.
That tome.
Yeah. Do you know where they went? Did they find their helm that they were looking for?
Oh. So you've heard of it?
Yeah. We're here to assist in all these things.
I was expecting the Duke back hours ago now, but he's not returned. We are under attack. We wait to die. There was a devil with crazed people. They found us here in the crypts. The devil was that of a dragon. Ashen white scales and the red blade. It taunted us, telling us that we will all die now. But before it could strike and cut us down, people ran. The devil swore to us that it will get us soon, but we should wait for our death. It chased after the people who fled, and it will be back soon. After it kills them, there are no gods. There is no hope. I must guard the Tome of the Creed Resolute till my dying breath. This is our creed.
Yeah, about that creed.
So
She turns the book around to face you guys so you can read the passage if you like.
Alright. Yeah, I like to read a book and
Alright. You take a read of it.
see the passage where it says they give their soul.
It says, I'll read it in quotation mark Rhea's voice. So she starts off, I am Rhea Mantelmore.
Hell right, I've out.
Says, so yeah, this is on the first page. By the light of the companion that freed Elturel from the darkness, I do swear to defend the city of Elturel and its people, body and soul, from the darkness within and the darkness without. I hereby resolutely swear to and affirm this creed of the nation of Eltegard. And as you're reading it, Faria's reciting it by heart. And before she even gets to the second paragraph, you hear all the frightened people calm, and they too begin to recite it with this loud chorus that echoes throughout the crypt. When the night is the darkest, I will be resolute and carry the light of Elturel in my heart and shine it forth in my actions. Like the light of the companion, I will be unwavering in my resolve to defend my city, my land, and all good people from the evil that dwells in darkness. As we look to the golden orb that shines above us for guidance when the darkness falls, so will I be a light for my fellow and guide them towards the justice and safety of our High Overseer. The light of the companion shines upon all beings and upon all faiths with equal brilliance, and no religion, race, or creed shall be denied the warmth of the companion's golden light. As long as I love and the light of the companion shines upon me, I will faithfully and resolutely serve the laws of Eltegard and the wisdom of the High Overseer. May the light we bring into the world through our faithful service drive back any and all invading hordes. And then they all say, "This I swear, body and soul," in unison.
Yeah, seems on the ups and ups.
This is all we have. But the companion, it has turned black. It strikes fires in our streets. We are being punished. We have failed to protect Elturel, and now our souls are forfeit. We wallow here with no food. We drink holy water. But soon we will be struck down by the devils. Our end is nigh.
I mean, it looks like Grand Duke Ravengard's had the plans of something.
But he has not returned. He told me
Where
he
did he
would
go?
be back.
Did you know where he went? Maybe we can go find him.
The Grand Cemetery, he said. That is where the Helm of Torm's site is locked away in a crypt. But I fear he has fallen.
Do you know what he was planning to do with this helm?
Listen, I am not a very godly woman myself. I've
Doing
not
great.
worked at the temple long. I was formerly a priest of Ilmater, but I have since taken up the word of Torm. I'm just a simple sage. I specialize in possessions and exorcism. I'm not sure what divine guidance he hopes to glimmer from this helm. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it's the only plans we have so far, so we might as well hope that he has and knows something with it. I mean, I don't know about what the rest of you all, but I think we should probably go try and find him if we think he might be in trouble.
Excuse me, Mrs. Lady. Did you say you're an expert on exorcisms?
Yes?
I think we know someone who needs a bits of exercise. He's got big horns, and he has fire around him, and he looks like a big old mean devil.
Yeah, that's too.
I could go get him if you want, and maybe you can fix him.
Yes. I can purge the evil out of him. Bring him to me.
Wait! Do not go alone, Seltern. I, Trevic Thantorm, will stand by you and face this fiend. Alandir sighs and says he'll go too.
There you go. Is there like any holy water stuff in this chapel that can help us? Or?
There's 2 large fonts. They're not flowing at the moment. They are about 10 foot in diameter. they have a bit of a glow coming from them. The water seems to emanate some sort of holy light. And... well, actually, the lights are supposed to be off here. I think I turned them all on. Prepare for it to get dark. But, yeah, they have like a circular recess at the top of them. It looks like it would spout water, but no water's coming out. And instead, there's just this basin with about 50, maybe 50 vials of holy water, like in total.
I'm gonna check out and see if, like, maybe the fountain's just plugged or something on top to make more.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah.
You check that one, Raven, and without like climbing on top, you can't really notice how it's blocked. But Faraya, like if you she sees you starting to climb up, she like calls out to you,
"Excuse me, please don't taint the water."
Oh no, I won't taint it. I'm celestial. I'm okay. I'm gonna try to climb up the top to look in.
Wait!
She says don't do that. I'm gonna try and stop him from doing that.
Do you stop Raven or do you try anyway?
Yeah, I do.
No,
I do.
Alright, Raven, make an acrobatics check. Alright, no, you don't get to control him, Nico. He does whatever he wants. So, Raven, you do you have guidance?
I don't know why that's adding the pluses there.
It's giving you guidance, that's why. Alright, 12 is enough anyway. So you jump up and you manage to jump on top of the stonework on top. And Faraya just shakes her head.
What does it matter?
And you can make a perception check, Raven.
Alright. Make the water flow.
Alright, you take a look and it's not blocked. There are these small rectangular gaps in the top of the font where water would flow through, but there's just no water coming through. Now, there is something you notice about this one though, and you can notice it with your awesome sight from where you're standing.
Oh.
You cannot jump from font to font though.
Oh man.
There's these odd details in the stonework. Now the top of this font is flat. There are no gaps whatsoever where water can flow.
Huh.
And it looks like there is a secret door in the top
Okay.
of the recess.
Well, I'm gonna hop down and say, "Hey guys."
Make another acrobatics check to jump down, Raven, without slipping and landing in the holy water.
All right.
Alright, you jump down easily enough. You don't slip, so you don't taint any of the holy water.
There's like a secret passage in the font over here, guys.
People start gasping.
What?
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'll climb up on this one and investigate.
Alright, Alright, you climb up easily enough. And Faraya kind of, she just grabs the Tome of the Creed Resolute, tucks it under her robe, and she approaches as well.
Anybody have a little guidance for me?
What is it?
Oh, you get on top easily there, Raven, and yeah, it looks like you just press it down, and
Oh, okay. And just press it down then.
when you do, it clicks, and it's like a lid that comes off.
Should have checked. Had someone check see if it was trapped, but okay. All right.
You look down, and there is just like there's actually like some rungs of a ladder, like these rusty iron rungs that lead down the center into a tunnel.
What is it?
There's like an iron ladder that leads to a tunnel here.
An escape tunnel! We could hide down there! We could escape! If those devils come back, they won't find us! Is it
Maybe.
safe?
Is there holy water in this one too? Or
There is. There's like not much though. It's pretty empty.
Well, maybe we should take whatever we can of the holy water and flasks and stuff, so we don't ruin it when everybody climbs in.
There's
And
no...
you should give us a little bit to check out this tunnel and see where it goes. Maybe it
Check
is a way to
first,
hide.
please. The holy water. We don't have enough time. You don't understand. The devils will be back very soon, but we may have enough time to get down there. We must not take the holy water, though. We need it to keep this place consecrated.
All right. Okay, then. Well, I'll go down and take a quick look through the tunnel.
Okay.
If anybody's come with me, they're welcome to.
Let me just move people out of the tunnel. Alright, you jump down the tunnel, Raven, and it's just a very narrow tunnel. It's about 8 feet high, and it continues on for as far as your devil sight can see. It actually leads into what looks like a bit of a cave, like a bit of a even rougher hewn tunnel up ahead.
All right. Just gonna take a quick run up to look in the cave. See if there's any.
It just continues on as far as you can see. There's quite a lot of room here.
Well, I'll go back and let them know. So, guys, it goes into a cave system or something there.
And where does it lead? Does it lead to a vault or something?
Well, give me time. I'll go look for 10 minutes. I'm gonna run for 10 minutes.
Are you gonna go by yourself?
No, I'll go with them.
There you go.
Alright.
and I can go.
Acrobatics check
Yeah.
to climb up without putting your dirty boots in the holy water.
Okay.
He doesn't wear boots, does he? He's a druid.
You easily climb up, jump in, and just slide down the rungs of the ladder. Thankful you can fly. Anyone else going, or are you guys happy to wait?
Should we all go?
I'm not stealthy. You need to hide.
Well, you can stay back a few hundred feet or so.
Alright, looks like we're going.
Okay, so you're splitting the party. Alright, Raven and Nico, you guys head off on your own down this very, very long tunnel. And it's long. It goes for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet. And eventually you start to see it open. There's like some rubble built up, and there's something up ahead.
All right. I didn't like the look of redness.
Well, you get a bit closer, and you can see that the tunnel has kind of collapsed, and it ends at a gaping hole in the floating earth moat to which Elturel clings. And it just leads straight down to the River Styx, about 500 feet below you.
Oh, well. All right, guys. This is not a way out.
Well, at least they can hide here for a little bit.
So how big is this opening out here?
Like,
Is there an opening, or like is it mostly blocked? Or...
I don't think that would be any better of a place to hide than where they're currently at.
yeah.
Well,
So, take a look at this handout.
that's what I see looking at it.
Like, it pretty much leads straight out into the side of that floating rock down to the River Styx. There's rubble, but yeah, it would obscure anyone from the outside. But I mean, someone could get in from here as well.
Yeah. I mean, the only things that would be good about this is that maybe if when the people came back to hunt them, that it wouldn't they wouldn't find them because they might not know about the secret spots. That's about all I can say about it. I'll let them know that it's a dead end, but I mean, it is a spot that they could seal in.
Acrobatics check, Nico.
Oh, it's awful hard not to fall in water.
It's easy. It's an easy jump.
Yeah.
You make it. You almost slip, or even you make it as well. You just sort of jump down from the top and clear the landing, not to
All right. So
jump
we'll
in the
let them
holy
know
water.
that as a last resort, you may be able to go down there, but it's open to the end. But also, Put your best fighters on the ends, and maybe can block the tunnel. Doesn't seem to be that wide.
Fighters? What do you mean, best fighters? The Duke took all the guards. We're just common folk. We're just...
I hereby promote you to fighter.
We're bakers and priests and farmers and butchers and bakers and dyers and farmers' daughters.
Well, if you're dyers,
Okay.
then that's good.
We can't fight. We have no weapons. We have no food. The devils,
Okay.
they are down here with us.
They's in the crypts already, like underneath here.
Yes, I said. The devil came in. The one with the ash white fur, and it swore death upon us. People escaped, but it ran after them, swearing that it'll be back for us soon.
Didn't we kill a white-furred devil?
They ran that way. They went that way.
Is that the one we killed?
No.
That was an imp.
Oh,
Guys, you want to see if we can take the fight to them before they get all set up?
sure.
Yes.
There is nothing else but to pray.
Variah says.
Okay, you guys get the praying going, and we'll see what we can do.
Just keeps on reciting the Tome of the Creed Resolute. Alright, as you guys are walking by, Alandir and Lulu and Seltern and Travik are like, they have Zygon, and Zygon's like, he's kind of like in this incapacitated state. Seems to be kind of turned back to normal, but they're gonna rush him for an exorcism. What's that?
Did we get any rests or anything? Or
You guys haven't rested yet, no.
I think we should probably take like a short rest at least.
That's up to you.
And that's just my feeling,
I'm game.
guys. But
I mean,
Fargo
okay.
looks kind of hurty, and I have no spellies, and
I mean, they left to go do things. If we give them like an hour or so to organize themselves, it's probably going to be worse. But I mean,
well, if we give them an hour to organize themselves, I could probably do more to offset that. But
Alright, take a vote.
Fargo definitely could.
Rest or no rest? It's entirely up to you guys. A couple of people calling for rest. A couple of people worried that the devils are going to kill everyone that had escaped. Alan says he doesn't need a rest. Patience wants a rest, and I think Bargle said he wanted a rest.
Yeah, I'm out of everything.
So 3-2.
Okay. You guys decide to rest. Everyone take a short rest. You catch your second wind. Some of you metaphorically, some of you literally. And I think the Armor of Agathis will go down at this stage. Flame Cord will go down. And whatever you're concentrating on, Patience.
I have no clue what I'm concentrating on. Oh, Hex.
Is your Hex still 1 hour? Is it a first level Hex?
It would be a second. No, it would be first level Hex because I'm doing it as a warlock.
Alright, well, get your spell slot back anyway. Alright, you guys take a quick breather, and people are giving you dirty looks as well, Patience, but most people are just praying and whatnot. And during this hour, Faria's like started some sort of ritual where she's like dunking Zygon in the holy water. And this supposed devil that's on the hunt doesn't seem to have made its way here yet. So, yeah, you guys are feeling a bit better. And
Now we'll go hunt.
you're ready to go hunting. Hunting.
We will go.
I think it's because I so evidently look like a devil.
Yeah, well, you speak with S's on the end, so people think you have a lisp. So if they think you're handicapped, they don't want to look too much at you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Ha!
Alright, where's Callan? Is he hiding with all of the survivors?
Besides, she's
I
big
get
and
lost in the dark.
Where is he? Do you have light or something?
It's my little mace.
Do you want a torch or something? Lantern?
Jung. I'll
I
do
can
a light.
cast light spell on my
I'll do a
mace
light
too.
cantrip on it. Or,
Well, I have that too.
oh, well, there you go. Now it's double light.
Alright, should be a bit better. You'll see a bit more now, Callan, with light. That mace is like just a glorified candle, basically. Alright, you can hear like the demonic tongues of Zygon in the distance as you walk, and people are just praying and crying, and
Oh,
you make your way through these crypts. So again, everything smells like grave dirt, and this is the final resting place for esteemed priests and warriors and other dedicated servants of El Terrell. And so far,
So how do
you've just seen the main crypt and these, like, crypt tunnels.
Did anybody ask directions on how to get to that cemetery thing?
That's not where we're going.
Yeah, you're not going there now, but when you do want to go there, you'll easily be able to get directions.
All right. Anybody know where the devils went from here?
They went that way. That's what they said. They went that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And that's
All right,
about
guys.
as far much as you know.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to bring out Bims.
Any bloody footprints or anything that would indicate a direction?
You could make a survival check, Vargle. It'll take you about 10 minutes to find tracks.
Can you give me some?
It doesn't take that long, don't worry about it.
Go scout.
Are you going to
Bring him out of his pocket dimension.
go into your own senses and get rid of Bim?
I did that like 2 sessions ago, but he's been in the pocket dimension since.
I'm saying, like, are you going to... Because you only see through Bim's eyes if you, like, lose your own senses.
Yeah, and I'll let him go
Okay.
take a look while I stand here.
Alright, he's got 120 dark vision. Okay. Bim's... Oh no, is it 120 for Pseudo Dragon? For some reason I was thinking it's an imp. Does he have any dark vision? He has 60.
Has keen senses.
He got 60. 60 and then...
10, 60 dark vision.
Okay. Alright, so Bargle's looking around for tracks. Raven, you're looking in Bim's eyes. So, Bim's... Oh, Bargle. Sorry, not Bargle. You may as well make a survival check, Bargle. So, what, do you want me to describe what you're seeing, or...?
Yeah, sure.
You're not going to get much detail just from what you're seeing on the map.
Yeah, no, it's just floors and steps down. And what are these things here? Are they like...
You haven't given me any time to describe what you saw.
Just hold on. If you read there, I got to step away for a quick couple minutes. So I'll be right back, guys.
So which room are you going in first?
So he went right down the end of the corridor.
Okay. Alright. You head down these tunnels and you see a short flight of wooden steps descending to a recessed mausoleum. When you arrive into the recessed mausoleum, you see 3 sarcophagi sitting on stone dais, resting in the corners of the room. And there's someone here. There looks to be a leg poking out from behind one of these sarcophagi.
Oh, really? Alright, Bims is gonna try to stealthy move around to get a look at it. What let me get his stealthy here.
Okay, it's dark in this room.
Well,
So he can try and reduce the noise that he makes and blend in with the shadows. He's actually...
sarcophagi's a leg in?
He's fluttering around. It's the middle one. Fluttering around really loudly. It's behind the sarcophagi. You can't actually see behind them.
I'm gonna get him to land
Okay.
and then creep over.
Alright. There's a woman. She's completely coated in blood. She's laying face down on the ground. And blood is dripping out from around the other side of the sarcophagus. She looks like a commoner.
Alrighty.
the body is all mangled.
Definitely dead then.
Alright, while Bims is doing that, we're going to go over to Callan and Patience. So Bargle, you're spending 10 minutes looking around for tracks.
Yep.
Callan and Patience, what are you guys doing? Just happy to wait to see what's up there?
I just keep an eye out.
Okay. You can make a perception check, Patience. Alright, you're taking a look and listening keenly, and you can only just hear like the distant whispered prayers of the survivors. And Callan, what are you up to?
Oh, I want to cast guidance on Bargle that could perhaps help him with his track finding.
The tracks take 10 minutes, so guidance won't be able to use for it because it's only 1 minute for guidance.
Would that guy physically assist him?
Yeah, you could. Are you proficient in survival?
I am not.
Alright. You could check yourself. You could spend 10 minutes checking yourself. Make a survival check as well. It's flat stone, so it's if the creature has been here recently, you should be able to find tracks pretty good. Alright, I'll get back to you in a moment.
Okay.
Alright, so back over to Bims. So yeah, Bims, dead woman behind the sarcophagi.
I'll tell them what me and Bims are seeing.
As when you guys look over to Raven as well, his eyes are just these like you only see the whites of his eyes, and they're kind of glowing a little bit. And I don't think you can actually hear anything as well, Raven. So
What's that?
exactly, you can't get any response from them, but you can still speak.
Oh, from them? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because when you're looking through Bims's like eyes,
Right,
your
all
senses
my
cut
focus
out.
is there.
But I think you
Right.
can still speak and like relate stuff.
Yeah, they can hear me, but they're just not there for me. So, all right. I'll let them know that.
As you come around the corner as well, there is a vault. You notice a vault in this area that you kind of just flew by. And it looks like it would be used for holding bodies that are waiting to be interred to some other part of the cathedral. It's literally just like a stone shelf. And it's empty. There's no bones or no bodies here.
All right. There's no other exit from that room down there.
Nope. There's another recessed mausoleum over here as well.
Okay, Bims is gonna smell here. Use his perception.
Make a perception
Damage.
check. Alright, he can sort of pick up this vague scent of brimstone. Like the devil had been in here. But it's not very strong. He also looks around and he doesn't see anyone hiding behind any of the sarcophagi. Sarcophagi are just like stone coffins. They're all sealed as well.
All right. So Bims will come back. I'll take my eyes back and we'll let them know what's happened. What we
Alright.
see.
Was
Alright.
the female alive?
I don't believe so. There was a lot of blood.
Alright, as you guys, that took about 10 minutes. Alright, Callan, you've made an interesting discovery. Bargle, you're not seeing anything. You're just like, oh, it's damn stone. Damn stone everywhere. Yeah, so interesting discovery, Callan. There seem to be, like, there's too many human footprints that have passed by here recently for you to make anything significant about it, because there was like 100 survivors that had come through here recently. However, standing out among those footprints are the footprints of 2 small dragons, distinct dragon footprints, and 2 larger dragon footprints that have kind of like elongated claws, but they're also like humanoid sized and kind of humanoid shaped. 2 dragons and 2 dragon humanoids have passed through here in the last hour or so. Maybe
like 4-legged dragons.
2-legged.
Oh, 2-legged dragons.
Yeah, it could be like half dragon or dragonborn.
I'll say, Bargo, you see that? Look at these tracks right here.
Medium-sized creatures.
Could be some dragonborn or something. Or
Oh.
demons with dragon feet.
Yeah. It seems like a devil-dragon hybrid
Which
footprint.
direction are they heading?
They are heading this way. You can follow them. They've actually headed in this way, like where you guys were looking, and then they've doubled back. And you've even seen like a little schmeckle of blood in the footprints. A couple of blood droplets.
Everybody, I found these tracks. Look like they belong to dragon creatures or dragonborn or something. They go to the west.
Okay, I'm gonna try to follow you, but everything's black.
Did I not give you your vision back? Oh, I just gave everyone else your vision instead. How rude of me. Everyone glimpsed for a moment what it was like to be Raven.
All right, Bims will go back to the. Do we want Bims to look around the corner again, or?
So I follow the tracks. Do they head north or west?
This way. So you keeping Bims out for now, or even?
I guess, yeah. Well, actually, you know what? If Bargo's going to follow the tracks there, and I'll put Bims away for a little bit. Let me delete him off here.
Okay.
Can I? Oh, there you go.
Alright, they head down this way, Callan. But they also head this way.
They split up.
They look like they've gone down this way, doubled back, and then headed off in this direction.
Keep going west.
You should go see what's down there anyway.
So you did hear that like people had run off, and tried to they'd run off, and then these like white dragon devil creature chase after them. Okay, you follow this way, and it's a very long tunnel. It wends and winds and continues on. You've still got these tracks. It's a very simple track to follow. You've started to notice something else as well, Callan. Their groups have not been moving together. One set of tracks, the one with the single dragon humanoid creature, seem to have had a bit of blood on their footprints, while the other dragon ones don't. Suggesting there's like two different groups. There's definitely two different groups.
I'll let everybody else know.
Okay, continue on, and at this stage, they may have killed everyone that they were chasing after. You follow the tracks, they lead down to the south, but then they double back and head to the north.
Should we go to the north or the south?
There is another a stone shelf here, and this one actually just has like a corpse laid out on it. It's like an old corpse, some old dude.
I'll examine it.
You can make a medicine check. Just looks like a body that was already here. Just a body waiting for indoctrination.
Right. Let's go north.
There's a recessed mausoleum down here. This is where you did find the other person that was hiding, but unfortunately the devils had got to them first. Alright, there's a very large crypt up ahead, and you see some upright sarcophagi resting in niches. There are stone walls separating them. They look quite elaborate, and there are names carved into the stone lids. And yeah, there are little openings of these everywhere. You also notice a shelf with just a collection of bones piled up on them. And there's another recessed mausoleum down here. and this place opens up to a very large crypt. It looks like this is really a crypt for like esteemed, like the highest of the priests, probably like the high priest's resting place. And you've kind of lost the tracks at this stage, Callan. They've become convoluted.
I've lost the tracks.
It's like doubling back around, there's blood everywhere. Alright, Raven, do you want to check in this recess mausoleum for survivors?
Yeah, survivors, or check the coffin, see if they've been disturbed, give them a knock, make sure there's nothing in them.
Make an investigation check.
Nobody hiding.
Yeah, there may be some survivors that had managed to escape and are hiding behind these sarcophagi, terrified. If there is, you're not seeing them. As far as you can tell, you're not sure if the lids have been removed recently or not. It's 3 stone sarcophagi.
Let's go. You know, are these sarcophagi over here too?
Yeah, these ones are upright. These ones look kind of special.
Check those too.
And they even have like images of priestly people on like in relief on the faces of the sarcophagi. Alright, make a investigation check.
Read the names and investigate them.
They're just the names of esteemed high priests of the Temple of Torm. You you recognize like these are famous religious figures in El Terrell, Raven. It's like even like some high overseers. So like previous high overseers. And even like a Hell Rider or 2.
Hey. Mental,
you don't have to make a check for all of them, but you do make one check for all of them. And as far as you can tell, you're not sure if they have been disturbed recently or not.
Okay, I'm gonna check out the altar thing and stuff there too.
All right, these are just a few more sarcophagi here. You check around behind them. No one hiding there. In the middle of the room, there is a riser, a stone riser, and there is a very elaborate, large sarcophagi. And there is like looks like a bit of cloth poking out from the lid.
Oh, could be someone hiding.
Like a white cloth.
Like, does it look fresh? I'm gonna go up and touch the cloth and check it out.
It's very old. And make a religion check, Raven.
Religion. Whoa!
It's a wrap for mummification.
Oh.
It's like poking out though. You'd find it quite bizarre for funerary wrappings to be just like hanging out of such an esteemed crypt.
All right. I guess I'll fix the crypt and try to open it and push it back in.
All right. It's heavy, Raven. You try to lift, and you need to make an athletics check. Try to lift the lid off.
Oh god, me and my 8 strength here.
You're actually able to lift the lid up, and you look inside. And yeah, it's a little bit of a wrapping coming from a mummy. There's a decomposed body in here, and suddenly the lid just slides straight off, and the mummy rises, and it extends an undead hand towards you.
I'm trying to put it to rest.
And it glares. The mummy has a necklace, a golden necklace with a bright yellow diamond set into it, and these very ornate golden bands wrapped around its arms. And it just moans, and it tries to slap you in the face.
Oh, crap. This is your fault, Bargle.
Oh, I don't know.
It says, I am Great Grandpa Mantlemorn.
All right.
Former Hell Rider of El Terrell.
Patience, you're up.
Help!
Well, why did you disturb the rest?
I was poking the cloth back in to make it rest. I was even going to say a prayer.
I will bonus action Hex. And then Eldritch Blast.
That is a hit. One at a time. Who knows what may interrupt your second beam, Patience, or the mummy may have a reaction. Alright, that first beam, it whizzes right on by Nico and Raven and slams straight into Mummy. It causes some grave dirt and ancient dust to explode out from the side of the Mummy, shredding through some of its wrappings. It lets out a foul moan. Ugh, the hex mark doesn't seem to affect it at all. The second beam actually misses. It swings one of its arms, and the ornate golden band around its arm deflects the Eldritch Blast like Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Bargle.
Sort of Wonder Woman's magnificent mummy.
I am Grandma
Grandma
Mandlemore. I am Grandma Mandlemore.
Don't you mean Grand Mummy?
Grandmama Mandlemore. Alright.
Oh!
You don't have none of this, Bargle. You just come over with the great axe and slash straight through it. And you slice into the mummy, severing straight through its husk of a body. And when you drive the axe out, more grave dirt just kind of spills out, and the mummy begins to slightly collapse. That hits. It turns into more dust and ash as you just break it apart some more. It moans at you.
Bonus action attack with my great weapon master because of the crit.
And yeah, this thing is just like, it's just like hitting some soft dirt. That hits. And another massive chunk of it crumbles down. You've almost destroyed it.
That's why I brought you here.
As it like rises,
I point to him. He did all that, not me.
It's like 40% already just decayed. The mummy's eyes actually gleam, and through its funerary wrappings, this bright red light meets your eyes, Raven. Make a wisdom saving throw against Frighten.
Yep.
It has absolutely no effect on you. And then this like disgusting purple empty hand tries to just touch you, Raven, ever so slightly. And you need to make a constitution save against curse.
Alright.
You resist. As it grabs your arm, you start to see all of your flesh rot and wither, but it quickly recedes, and you take 23 points of damage. Callan.
I will rush up with my mace and attempt to strike it.
Bargle's left just a little bit of a mummy for you, but not much. That is a hit. You need to move as well, Callan. I moved you up.
Is that the Mace of Disruption?
It's not. Alright, you hit the mummy on the hand, and the entire hand just crumbles into dust. Nico, you're looking at the mummy's funerary wrappings, and it's literally just looking like a wick on a candle to you.
Mm-hmm. Aw.
But it
I didn't want to hit my friends.
just Wonder Woman's you with those golden bands wrapped around its arms. Raven.
I think I'm going to Sacred Flame it.
It jumps to the side. Ah!
Dagnabbit. Alright.
Patience.
Bargle will save me.
What am I, chopped liver?
Well, you don't seem to be able to push it away, so...
Pate.
You've got a better shot at it this time, Patience. You got a clean shot. And that is a hit. That beam hits it and the mummy just explodes. It turns into dust and ash and wrappings, and it collapses down into a big pile of ash and bone into the sarcophagi, and only its golden bands and fancy necklace remain. The golden bands are kind of sticking out of the ash, and the necklace is buried somewhere in the grave dirt.
I don't have to push it away when I can kill it.
Alright, well, I'll pick up the bands and the, whatever it was there. The jewelry.
Alright, yeah, judging from the state of them, they look magical. The golden bands are kind of glimmering and shiny. They're some sort of magical braces. They seem to protect. They seem to be good at defensing the mummy.
There you go.
And
Good.
the necklace is a yellow diamond necklace. It was also kind of shining. It's obviously magical.
Oh, sweet. You know, what do Rangers of Defense do in 5e? I've never run across them yet.
They give you +2 AC if you're not wearing armor.
Oh, okay. Good for monks.
But you don't know that they're braces of defense. They just seem like braces that are defensing.
Good for defending.
Good for
There you go.
defensing.
Alright, well, that's okay. We can have someone identify them later. I don't need them anyway. Yellow diamond necklace seems good. It's
Yeah.
yellow.
Next short rest.
Alright.
You can identify those both items
There you go.
if I can find them.
Yeah, that hurt. Anybody have a... Oh. Yeah, anybody have a healing potion or two?
I could use my last prayer.
Wait a minute, I got two healing potions.
You just killed Rhea's great grandmother, and all you can think about is healing. Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink those two. 44 plus.
+4. Yeah. Alright, you quickly down those potions. They make you feel a lot better. There is this, like, distant whisper in your ear that you're doing something wrong when you drink those potions, Raven, but you block that out.
Tilton! Tilton! Yeah, you're right. I'll give them to a dog or something. Alright. Nobody hiding over here behind any sarcophaguses?
Alright, you check this northern recess mausoleum, and let me check if there's anyone hiding there. Nope, both seem to be clear. Doesn't look like anyone trying to hide here. There's no dead bodies either.
Oh, that ends behind there? Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going, guys.
It's another recess mausoleum. Creaky wooden set of steps just descend slightly down to this wedge-shaped room. There's no one in there either.
Alright, good. Hate leaving them behind. Everybody can use a meat shield.
Well, that's not true. Here's the ones that wanted to rest, so they could get eaten in the first place.
Yeah, but if we find them now, that meat shield, I mean, they'll help us. Do you guys want to head around east or keep going up the stairs? Guess that answers that.
Let's look in here if we're looking for people.
Alright, there's another recess mausoleum. It's all clear. Doesn't look like anyone ran here to hide, and does not look like anyone has been slaughtered here as well. So, hopefully most of these people that ran off are safe. You guys continue on, and there is a set of steps that lead down into another recessed crypt. And you see a black dais with some sort of altar in the middle of it, and standing next to it is the tiniest little black dragon you could have ever fathomed. It's just spitting acid onto this altar and chuckling as the acid burns through the stone. And it tilts its head towards you as you arrive at the top of the stairs, and it hisses. A bit of acid drips from its mouth, and it says, "Raja, Raja, there are people here." As it looks
Oh my god,
over
it's the
into this
cutest
direction.
black dragon ever. Greetings, my lord.
Alright, before we go any further, let's take a 10-minute break and we'll see why this black dragon is spewing acid everywhere when we get back. Does he have heartburn or something else? Stay tuned. Find out next episode. Find out soon. We'll see you guys back in 10 minutes.
Dragon acid.
Hey guys.
Hey,
How you doing?
good.
Alan has arrived.
I'm here.
How you doing?
All right, how are you guys?
Good. Everyone back?
If you're not here, speak up.
Maybe still waiting for a couple more, but
I'm not here.
we'll continue. So, Alan, you had ran down to the crypts after Zygon had become seemingly possessed by the Hidden Lord, and you'd found all the survivors down here, and you'd met a woman named Faraya who had told you that some devils have broken into the crypts and have been scouring the different crypts here to try and kill everyone. So the party have been trying to chase them down, and you'd come from this direction. About 100 feet in that direction is the main crypt where all the survivors are, and you've headed over to join up with everyone else at this stage. So as you guys arrive at this crypt here, you notice there is a black dragon wormling standing near the dais. The room itself is walled by stone shelves, and you can see a number of skeletons just resting on these biers. So the dragon speaks in common when it spots you all, but it looks over in this direction, glancing its little head upwards. You can see its tiny little horns kind of just starting to jut out from the side of its head. It's got these like very shiny, dark, deep black scales, little horns jutting out from its maw, and tiniest little bit of acid spittle dribbling down from its mouth. It says, Ragga, there are some people here. And then you hear a response in Draconic to that. Does anyone speak Draconic? No one.
Oops, just a sec. Let me unmute myself here. I believe I might. Yes. Draconic, Infernal, and Undercommon.
Alright, you're the only one that understands this response. And it just says, "What is it, little wormling?" People! The wormling responds in common. Hey, people! What are you doing here? The little wormling says to you.
We're looking to kill devils.
Huh? Looking to kill devil? Maybe we want to kill you?
Are you a devil?
No, me not devil.
Well,
Me dragon, black dragon. Very
Like
strong.
yourself wouldn't want to waste its time on us.
Another little wormling comes running.
What is it? What is it?
And you see it run up to the top of the dais, look down at you all, and then storming in front of it is this devil. It's about 6 feet tall. It has black scales, long horns that drag down from the side of its head. It wields this wicked black scimitar in its hand, and the scimitar is glowing with red hellfire. And it looks like this. It's a black Abishai, if I can spell properly. It grunts as it sees you all, and it has its scimitars ready. It has two of these scimitars.
The one before definitely said white, right? The
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ash white scales. Alright. Do you guys have any of the stolen treasure from Tiamat's hoard?
No,
I don't think so. I think we sold it all back to buy the bow for the pistol, flintlock pistol.
The first gemstone is called 20 Azure Gems vaguely bears Tiamat's image.
Oh, yeah, then yes. Yes, we have those.
Alright. Ragdra looks at you all and he seems to sense something. And he says in Draconic,
You have stolen from the Queen's hoard. I've got no qualm with well-armed adventurers such as yourselves.
in Draconic it says this as well.
However, I will need those gems returned now.
Well, let's talk about this. Maybe...
There is no talking. I can sense it. I can sense there has been treasure stolen from my queen's hoard. Now I can deliver the gems, or I can deliver your head to my queen. What do you prefer?
Well, hang on. Let me tell them what's happening. And I will let you guys know. We can either fight or turn over gems.
I say just give him the gems.
We got a lot of money.
No
That's
reason,
not the bold choice.
it's not, no reason to die over gems.
Yeah, how many gems do we have?
There's 20 worth.
Worth 25 each?
I don't know if we ever knew what they were worth. That's why I didn't sell them, I
Oh.
think.
They should have had a price, but it wasn't listed. I'd have to look it up what they were.
Yeah, I don't think it was too much, or we would have sold them. So,
I liquidated most of everything, and I think I probably just left them because they didn't have a price. So it's fortuitous. This
Oh.
moment was.
The money's... It's not about the money. It's about... It's about the principle, no. Oh yeah, so...
It's the friends we made along the way.
Oh, if only Lulu was here to hear that right now.
So do you want these things? I'll give them to you. So I'll dig them right out of this.
Hand
bag
them
full.
over.
Okay.
Can
sure.
I pat your dragon?
Here, I'll give you Raven. You're just making all the talkings and all. Here you go.
All right. Here you go, my friend.
He has a leather pouch just slung to his loincloth. He opens it up for you to tip all the gemstones in. When the gemstones are tipped in, he pulls the taut the pouch, and he smiles.
You have made a wise decision.
Well, of course. I mean, it's obviously you're powerful, and with two magnificent creatures at your side, I mean, they're just amazing.
I will return these gems to my master, and you will be forgiven, as this will earn me more trust. But
Do you know of anything of a big white creature hanging around here?
Victusa, that is who I hunt. Victusa has wronged my queen. Victusa has leaned too much towards the side of Zariel. You see, I am no dragon nor devil, but both. I am cursed and plagued. I am loyal to Tiamat and Zariel, but there is a fine balance in all things. But that dog, that animal, it is vicious and cruel, and it bites. And it has wronged my queen.
Can you tell us where to find it so we can kill it?
I am hunting it. It is nearby. I can smell the dog from here. But you cannot kill it. You cannot give Victusa the true death. You do not have weapons forged from hellfire.
Oh. Wouldn't happen to anything extra, would you? Know where we can find them.
He shows you this wicked-looking scimitar that he has, and he pokes out his dragon tongue and he licks his tongue along the blade.
Ah, yes.
The blade glimmers with his red streaks of energy. He flicks the scimitar around in his couple of times in his hand. Seems to be able to use a sword very well. And then he taps his coin pouch a couple more times, and it jingles with the sound of many more gemstones than what you've just put in there. And you also notice he has a small vial tucked in there as well. It looks like a healing potion of some description.
Do you want some earnings of your own so you don't have to steal from those who will kill you?
Hey, we didn't steal those, okay? We got attacked by people in Baldur's Gate, and that happened to be with them.
Then we shall see this discrepancy as you returning the gemstones to Tiamat. Yes.
You want to get up against Tiamat?
You will earn favor. If you wish to hunt the dog, then you may use my weapon to slay it. However, the dog must die at this blade for a true death. And if you do so, I will reward you with many red gems, with greater value than what you have given me. 9 in total. Friendship can be a valuable thing in Avernus, friend. Soon this city will become one with hell. You best make friends now.
Do you know a way to avoid that?
I do not care. But to see something taken from Zario would very much please my queen. But this is beyond me. I know my place, and I know my job, and my job is to hunt that dog. Now will you do this or not?
Sure will.
I am losing my patience. Then take this blade, wield it. The dog is nearby. Ensure the weapon deals the finishing blow.
Bargle, here's your finishing blow weapon for the dog. I don't think it's a real dog, but you know.
Alright.
It's a Hellfire
pick that up.
Scimitar. It's fashioned from infernal iron. It's traced with veins of hellfire. It actually glows. It sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius. And you're not sure what it does, but apparently if you use this to deal the finishing blow on this white Abishai, it should kill him. Kill him good and proper.
Awesome. Let's lead the way to him.
He points down the stairs.
That way, the rounds are done. It hunts blood.
All right. Hold on, guys. Let me bring Bims out again to go take a look.
So, what's going on here?
That white creature is around here, and we're gonna send Bims to see if he can find it. And once he does, the only way to kill the thing is to do the killing blow with that sword that we just gave to Bargle. So Bargle might want to set up on a sheet or something, or Seb might want to set up for him.
It's just a regular scimitar.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Unless you identify it, then if it has other magical properties, you could use them, but until now, you don't know what it does.
So Bims needs sight.
Okay, you're taking over Bims. Let's fix that up. Okay, you go into Bims's vision, and you lose control of your own senses. And the second you do that, Radger attacks. I'm joking. He doesn't really. Now I've got you. Alright, Bims heads off to the right, and the area looks familiar to you. This is where the halfling was getting double-crossed by the imp.
Okay. Further down then.
Alright, as he comes around the corner, he sees this very fine red carpet embroidered with gold, leading down into a opulent-looking chamber with a large, fancy red rug adorning the floor. And you can hear some chuckling, some talking, and there's a person wearing a brown robe sitting on a high-backed red chair, his back facing towards you. And Bims can make a stealth check. There's several people in here. You can see these people sitting around the table talking about something, discussing something. Alright, Bims can stay very low to the ground and use the steps to hide his approach. If he gets above the step line, he will be instantly spotted.
Alright, so that's a good spot for him then, right?
Okay.
That's at the
Yeah,
bottom
he
steps.
creeps up, and there's like a this looks like a council chamber. There's a large circular table. It's made of some sort of fine red oak. There are these comfortable looking chairs, lavish rug. You can see banners of different factions, gods, and the symbol of El Terrell lining the walls. There's a few bookshelves as well, and you can see this white Abishai. It is just chewing on something. It's eating it like a dog, like a dog chewing on a bone, and its ash white scales is covered in blood. It looks very similar to the black Abishai. It also has a long sword, and it's chewing on something. And when Bims looks around, you see a number of these crazed-looking cultists. There's 4 of them. They're all sitting down at this table, and they're just joking around, talking, drinking something. And you notice there is a dead woman laying on the table, and one of her arms is missing. And then you can hear the sound of like shuffling books and things being smashed nearby as well.
Alright, Bim's gonna listen in. So the woman is like alive, or
Oh no,
he's
she's laying on the table. She's facing up. I mean, she might be alive, but you doubt it. She's like, one of her arms is missing. She's soaked in blood. It looks like they've cut her arm off and they're feeding it to the white Abishai.
Alright, okay, so Bim's gonna listen in for a little bit and see if there's any plans or anything happening.
Alright, they're having some sort of like mock celebration. Alright, Bims listens for a little bit, and they speak in common. Oh, I think I will take this chamber for myself. Well, of course, if Zariel doesn't want it. Well, maybe we'll have to fight over this. Perhaps Zariel will claim it for herself. You'll be lucky to even get one of those recessed mausoleums for your own. Think of the reward she will give us for doing her bidding. This is what we were promised. This is what the High Overseer promised us. It's all coming together. We are saved. We will start a new life now.
I'm relaying this to everybody and saying, so should we go kill them?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going
Yes.
to dismiss Bims from there.
So I'm 1 second. I'm confused. What exactly are we killing this guy for? The white one instead of the black one?
That's
The white one was
racist.
killing people.
And how do we know the black one isn't?
Because he didn't attack us.
Well, Bargle did.
Eating a
Sorry, Callan did do some tracking before, and he'd found that there were 2 different groups of Abishai moving through this area, and only one of them seemed to have like blood on their feet. But you don't know. They seem to definitely be like wrecking up the place. The black dragons and the Abishai, they're like melting the altar and stuff with their acid breath.
Yeah, but
It's enough to kill him.
alrighty. So, alright, let's go, frontline people. Maybe you can get a surprise round.
Yeah, if you guys want, they don't seem to be aware of you. You could do a group stealth check to attempt to surprise them.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
So,
they may as well attempt to surprise them. It's not gonna hurt.
That's right.
Group stealth check, so there's 6 of you, at least 3 of you have to succeed.
Woohoo!
Let me just check another thing.
Oops, I slipped.
How unlucky.
My
Callan,
shield banged all over the ground.
Your amulet bangs across your chest.
Did you trip over Patience, or did Patience trip over you?
the gold coin falls out of your pocket, Callan, and everyone's very quietly moving up, and that gold coin just hits the ground, and it's like this long, drawn out like sound of the coin just rolling all the way down the hallway for like a good 10 seconds.
And then turns down the steps, clunk, 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 clunk.
Hey,
Yeah, then-
Lord of the Rings.
Bargle rolled just as bad as the two of us.
All right. Well, you may as well run out now because you're not going to sneak up. They, you already hear tables. Chairs being like drawn, and blades being drawn. Ah! And then just like
let's initiativize
a
it.
screech. All right, you guys want to start from there? You want to run out?
Anybody right
Yeah, being closer might be better if you're melee.
That's right.
Oh, and sure how close we can get before initiative would start.
Yeah, as soon as you run in, you're
Oh,
Like-
there goes my coin.
yeah, about there,
Oh.
about the top of
Yeah.
the bottom of the stairs. Would
Sorry,
be as
guys.
far as
Excuse
you
me. I
get.
dropped my coin. I'll be out of your hair in a minute. Did you see where it went?
Alright, all these cultists have drawn scimitar, and the white Abishai just throws its arm onto the ground, and just blood coats its face and just screeches. Doesn't really seem too diplomatic, this one. It actually just seems like a feral animal. Before we do anything, these cultists have an ability called Infernal Tactics, and the white Abishai is able to swap initiative with one of the other cultists, so that's what it does. That's it. That's what his ability does. Swap initiatives. Alright, Alandir, you're up first.
I'll move up.
Wow.
And I'm gonna poke him right in the eyeball. My rapier.
That's a hit.
Definitely, probably should have given Alan Deer the scimitar.
Maybe.
Alright, you run and just impale the white Abishai with the booming blade. The thunderous energy rips off a heap of scales as the blade pierces in.
He has to be killed with the scimitar.
And you hit it hard, but not hard enough to make the Abishai injured. It's not really showing too much injuries. It actually, before you move away, Alandir, it's going to use its reaction, and this is like not even a thing it can really control. It has a vicious reprisal where it just like bites something whenever it takes damage. It's just like a reflex. It tries to snap at you. It's not an opportunity attack. It's like a chihuahua. These are the chihuahua of Avernus. Alright, so that misses you. Now it's its turn. It hisses and roars, and it just chases after you, Alandir. The booming blade goes off, and another chunk of its ashen scales are ripped off of its side. And when it gets to you, it starts recklessly attacking, giving itself advantage, and making all attacks on it at advantage. And it's going to attack with its longsword. And it misses. It's going to try and bite you. And it hits. Alright, you jump back, and it bites you for 5 damage. Just only catching you with a tooth or two. But you do feel this this cold, this frost energy coming from its bite. These other cultists run forward. They've already stepped up off their chairs, and this one runs at Bargle with a scimitar and misses. And another one charges Bargle, running straight at him. Spill blood for Zariel! You notice that they all have these holy symbols around their neck. You recognize them from this, like they're the same ones that the cultists wore in the Van Thampa villa, or under the Van Thampa villa. It's like a 9-pointed star. And this cultist is going to run. Oh, let's see if he can actually make it. Wait, he's going to go diagonal. Can he make it? He can. He runs at you, Bargle, and he slashes. They don't really seem like they know how to use the weapons too well. Callan, you're up.
Okay. Move over behind it, or to the side of it and I'll strike it with my mace. Ooh, I fumble.
You get your arm caught up in your holy symbol necklace.
Distracted by your coin on the floor.
Yeah, I was looking for it as I swung at him. Where'd it go? Tamora!
Alright, a cultist chuckles. He runs up the steps and just charges down the hallway at you, Patience, taking the dash action. And another one chuckles. And he comes running as well. And he's covered in feathers for some reason.
Are these the ones that have the horns, or they have the horns on their...
No, these guys, they just look like humans. And they have brown robes covering most of their faces. It's like dark cowls and... Yeah, they...
No symbols?
Yeah, they have the symbols.
Attacking the one straight up of me.
Yeah, he's dead. You just split his skull like into as many pieces, like more pieces than you can count, Vargul. More pieces than like the highest you can count up to. So like 3 pieces at least.
One potato. Swing at the second guy.
That hits. These guys have no chance. And you just, against a seasoned warrior, you just cut them down with a single axe swing.
Alright, bonus action.
And that's a hit. You just do like one consecutive slash and it just slits all 3 throats in one move.
Alright. And can I free action hand someone else the scimitar?
You can use your
Yeah, the
interactive
Nico?
object to hand someone an object. To hand someone something.
I mean, I'll take it if no one else wants it.
I mean, you can give it to me.
You're the only one close.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take it.
Alright. You get the scimitar.
Yes, I'll step down, hand it, and step back.
It's pretty much like for you, it's just a regular scimitar. Hellfire scimitar. Nico.
Alright. He really hates when we have fights without him, so...
Puppy power.
Call out a puppy. Let me find my clickety for that so it subtracts it. Wee.
Is he at full health back?
And he needs to fill
Yeah, he
his hit points up.
I'll do it.
Alright, there's a fiery explosion when he appears. And both cultists just... They hold up their hands to try and block the fire, but it just catches them on fire and they just start like instantly regretting their decisions. No! Forgive me! I didn't mean to do this! And they just run around on fire until they drop onto the ground dead.
Alright. Then I'll use my bonus action, tell him to go find another cultist.
Smariel! One of them says.
Is that 30? Looks 30 to me. I'm going to click the thing and then measure. He's got another 10 movement anyway.
That hits. This guy's just got up from his seat and he's hit in the chest with a flame seed, and that guy's very badly hurt. Alright, he just charges at the flame corky. You mutt! Actually, yeah, he's gonna...
It can't be that high off the ground. I don't know how... Whatever it is.
They're not very high ceilings here. They're only 10 feet,
Okay.
so...
I'll move him down then.
Put
him at 10.
Yeah. I think the 30 is just like actually saved onto his token from when he appears. Yeah, this guy can't reach, so he's going to just throw the scimitar at the flame corky with an improvised weapon attack. He's going to make a ranged attack. And...
That hits.
He hits. It's just going to do 1d4. He throws it pretty well. Like, it's pretty close. Flame corky's hit for 5 slash. Actually, he's going to use his ferocious surge and turn that into a critical hit as well. He does it like throws it with 2 hands. Ah! He uses his special Zariel gifted ability to turn that into 11 points of damage with a thrown scimitar. Even he looks impressed and he just looks down at his hands. I've been gifted such great power. And with great power comes... And before he finishes his sentence, his turn ends. Patience.
Okay. I'm gonna put my hex on him. And Eldritch Blast him.
That's a hit. And the Eldritch Blast hits him in the neck and just kills him. And he never did get to finish that sentence. You'll never know with what great power comes with.
Side of fries.
Great pineapples.
Could be anything. It's just pure speculation at this point. Alright, Raven.
15. Oh, wait a minute. That's a bad guy there.
Yeah, that's the Abishai.
All right. I believe I will. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to radiantize him.
Alright, he has advantage from magic resistance, but that doesn't help him none. In response to taking that damage, he uses a reaction and he just snaps at someone. And that someone... What's that?
He took an extra 3 from my radiant soul.
Don't you have to be like Radiant Soul for that? Have that thing active?
I don't know. I thought it was just something that
It's when you...
I don't see it.
Oh,
It says,
okay. I'm thinking of a different... I'm thinking of like your transformation or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. That race.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, no, I don't have a transformation thing.
Alright, so yeah, in response to taking that damage, he just snaps at Bargle and tries to bite. And he has advantage. Right, it's a crit. He just slashes his teeth across Bargle's neck for 6 piercing and 9 cold. 15 points of damage.
Alright, Bargle, you got all those attacks.
Alan, dear.
I'm going to kill this guy. 18 hit.
That is a hit.
Oh, forgot my sneak. Another 3d6.
The Hellfire weapon slashes through his scales, and when you hit him with that, he kind of looks a little bit worried. Like you see a bit of a worried expression here over the Abishai's face.
Don't use the moving blade.
I don't think it matters. 1, 2, 3.
Well, if he moves and the moving blade energy kills him, then
Hey man, it's me. Me, myself, and I is what I'm worried about.
Alright, the Abishai just starts screaming and he's going to keep on recklessly attacking. And because Bargle got bit so good, he's going to keep on doing that. He's going to slash his longsword at Bargle. And he's going to turn this into a crit. Ow. Using his Ferocious Surge. He's able to turn one attack into a crit. And, oh, you'll hit for 8 damage. Big crit. And then he tries to slash at you with the Claw Bargle. And 19. It's a hit. He hits you for another 5 damage. And his weapons are magical. So you're not reducing any of this damage with your Heavy Armor Master. Callan.
Timora told the dead of this creature. Strike it.
Alright, has advantage. And it doesn't help it. Its ash white scales begin to peel off of its shoulders and back. And it's going to attack. It's going to bite at you, Callan. That's a reaction. It snaps at you. And it bites you for 8 damage. Bargle.
Am I able to kind of pull my attack so I don't kill it outright?
It can have death saving throws if you're worried about killing it. But other than that, you'd have to just use a weaker attack. 23 is a hit. Alright, you hit it pretty hard, slash it across the neck, rip through the scales on its chest, and blood starts to spatter everywhere.
I use my second attack to grapple it.
Okay, make an athletics check. It's not going anywhere. You just grab it by the neck. It's not moving. Nico.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna do with the grappling. I guess I'll just go up here and I'll move over so I'm not in the way. And then I just give the help action. Whoever, for Baldur to come in and kill it. That's what I'm supposed to.
Okay. Patience.
Well, we were told to let the scimitar kill that thing, and I don't see anybody else, so I'll just relax.
Okay. Raven.
Yeah. I'll walk up and I will say, here you go, Bargle.
Oh, that is a big heal. Alright, those teeth marks that you have like on your neck and shoulder, Bargle, they're gone. Completely healed up.
That's 100% max heal. 3/8.
My buddy,
Just about, yeah.
my body and me.
Thank you,
Alright.
sir.
Alan, dear.
Finish him!
You can see the red fire dancing up and down the blade as it moves.
If you don't kill it and it bites me, I'm gonna be mad. Just telling you.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That hits. It's like frantically scratching and clawing and trying to bite at this stage, and you just take that Hellfire Scimitar, put it up to its neck, and whoosh, slash downwards. And all of a sudden, the longsword drops from its hand, and it starts to bubble up. And at its feet, this like pink bubbly liquid starts to brew, and it sort of melts down, dissolving into this puddle that spurts out this bright red blood, and it seems to just sink into the ground, leaving behind not a trace of it. And you've never seen any devil die like this as well. It looks similar to a demon dying, how it dissolves down into a bubble of liquid like it's being dragged down. But yeah, and there's just like a pink residue on the ground where it was.
Did it perchance drop a Hellfire Blade as well?
No, its longsword is made of just regular steel by the looks of it. Leather wrapped handle, iron or brass pommel, and cross guard.
okay.
Well, it's dead.
Just making sure this chick's dead.
Yeah, she is dead. Her
Dead.
How long has she been dead?
She has been dead exactly 1 hour and 1 minute.
And 1 second.
What killed her?
Massive blood loss. Yeah. No, she actually has bite marks, slash marks, multiple bladed weapons stabbed all over her, and then her arms being just ripped off.
Yo! Oh, great Abishai guy and magnificent wormlings. It's done.
Alright, you call out and one of the wormlings comes. Ah! Ragnar tell me check! This
Yep, there's the
it?
goo. That's the goo.
Taste it a bit. Yes! It's good! Ragnar! It is done! Come and look! Ragnar and the other wormling come around the corner. And he inspects the goop. Yes! Yes! This is good. This is done.
I offer him back his sword.
You don't have his sword.
Hey, give me the sword.
I think I'm gonna keep it.
Oh, all right.
I'll go over and go. Here, you want your sword back there?
Alright, Radgar. He doesn't understand what you're saying unless you're speaking
I say-
Draconic.
Wah, 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 wah.
But he inspects the goop and then he looks over at you all and he smiles and then he like kind of jingles his coin pouch again and he holds out his hand to accept the sword.
All right, I give it to him.
He takes it back and takes a look at the blade and he licks it again. Good. And then he takes the coin pouch and he just throws it onto the table and it lands like near this corpse. A few red gemstones spill out and catch! And then he throws the potion at you, Raven. Make a dexterity save.
Alrighty. Go back to my core for my spells. Dex.
You're able to just catch it without it falling on the ground, smashing.
Oh, thanks. Does it look like a familiar potion?
It's a potion of greater healing.
Potion of familiar? That would be weird.
Add that to your inventory, Raven.
Alrighty. And I'm just looking at that table too. Wow, that person was well endowed.
It's a female. And don't get your hopes up, Raven. Alright, Radke just smirks a little bit more and then without saying another word, he turns around and doesn't even say thank you. True villain.
You're welcome.
He just walks away.
They're like leavings, right? They're not just gonna go kill the peeps.
They head into the direction of the stairs.
Alright, guys, grab the person, open it.
Alright, 2 seconds. Just gotta do something.
Oh, I want to go back to that other room too and see what he was spitting the acid on. Maybe he smelled something inside.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do first? Go back to the other room, check that out.
Yeah.
Alright, so there are a number of stone shells with skeletons, just like open beers with skeletons on them all around this room. This altar as well, it's been badly corroded. And most of the skeletons look like they've also been like defiled in some way. They've been like, some of them been swept onto the floor and others are all mixed up and whatnot. And the altar itself, it's badly corroded. It would require an investigation check to try and make out like what the purpose of it is. Some sort of it looks like an orb of some sort, a black orb atop the dais. And you've got no idea, Nico.
I thought it was a safes when I was looking at it before, so or a roulette table. Either way.
Kind of looks like a roulette table.
With that black orb there, it's for playing marbles.
It's made of stone. It's connected to the dais as one. Some sort of altar. Other than that, yeah, like it looks like that Black Abishai has just gone through and just pretty much just checked all of these alcoves and just mangled everything.
Alright.
Oh yeah, the gemstones, by the way. They're 9 red amethysts worth 50 GP each.
Ah, sweet.
Alright, Raven, there's some like writings on the altar, and you can't really make it out, but like it looks like names and seem to be like some professions like written next to the names. You catch like teacher, engineer, sage.
This one says Bob the Builder.
So it looks like these are all like sort of scholars. Maybe this is just an altar dedicated to the scholars of El Terrell. You know, with their awesome architecture. And
let's go look for more stuff. Ow, get off my foot.
You mean survivors, right?
Yeah. That's exactly what I meant.
Should we be concerned that you were... I thought, like, black dragons were bad dragons.
Oh, they're kind of cute when they're young.
Okay.
This is the area where the imp was talking to the halfling. There is a set of wooden steps that descend.
Yeah. I'm going to go take a look down here.
Going down.
Alright. Immediately there's like... You feel like you're in a holy place when you come down these stairs, and there is a small isolated tomb. And you see the body of a young woman lying on the bier. And she has a gleaming greatsword held in her hands. She wears the armor of a noble-looking warrior, and you can see her flesh untainted, perfectly preserved, as she lays here as an unknown hero, because there's no markings to say who she is. But
I will call her Wilma.
just gazing upon it, you just feel like this great sense that you're in the presence of a holy hero.
Hail the conquering hero.
Say a little prayer. I don't know what I'm supposed to say in this case. It's like, good job,
Repeat
God,
after me.
lady.
Life is a
That's about accurate. Anyone from El Terrell can make a history check, as to who this person is. See if you can glean a bit of history.
Have advantage being from Eltra?
No, she's not.
Some lady.
It's history, so it's not like common knowledge. Bargle?
I don't have any kind of religious background back. I'll make a check.
History.
Not religion.
Oh, sorry.
What's your history bonus? It's the same.
Yeah.
14. Alright, you don't know exact details. So this is your version of who she is.
Patience from school.
There was a red dragon. It attacked El Terrell. It was like burning up all the farms, and then some woman came and hacked the beast to death with a greatsword. And yeah, something like that. Single-handedly defeated a red dragon. It's supposed to be like some special person. People were saying that she was an incarnation of Torm.
Time to get up and fight there, Torm. Let's go.
Tormina, perhaps.
Tormra.
Wait, you feel like
sword, and I say for the honor of Torm Skull.
Yeah, this is a special person.
All right, well, lady, if you're listening, and if Torm's listening, the city could probably really use you.
Arise, young woman, arise.
Oh, you're getting a rise. Right up the top of the
Yeah,
stairs.
nothing's happening.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works. We should go tell them. We might need to head to the graveyard.
Although she really
Can't
looked like
Callan-
she really looks like she could just like literally just get up off this altar, because her flesh is just it's not decomposed at all.
Callan, can't you raise her from the dead? Can't you do something?
The Lady of Luck has not granted me that power yet.
Why not?
I have not proven myself.
Now you should gamble more.
I have been losing.
Your arm's still sort of caught up in your necklace there. It's like it's got a knot in it, and it's really annoying. And you haven't been able to get that knot out of your necklace since that last natural one that you got.
Yes, Bashaba has been looking down upon me.
Alright,
So what shall we do?
it looks like you guys have done a bit of a thorough search of this place. And unless there are some devils hiding somewhere, it looks like you've cleared them all out. Or got rid of them one way or another.
Cool.
Okay. So let's go back and tells the priestess, see how she's doing with the exorcists.
Yeah. Maybe we can get Scotty to send us over if we all get together.
It's just literally right around the corner. I mean, if you're feeling particularly lazy, maybe you could.
Yeah.
When you arrive, Raven's like dancing on top of the fountain again.
There's like
But
a
here,
lady.
You see, Faraya. You see Faraya's like drenched in sweat. She is like breathing heavily, and you see Zygon just sort of laid out on the ground with Sultan like stroking his head with a damp cloth, and Trevik like standing over him. Lulu's kind of just resting next to the tome of the Creed Resolute. And as you approach, Faraya turns to you all. "It is done," she says.
What's done?
There was an evil force that had overwhelmed your friend. I have purged it, or at least kept it at bay. But it used most of my power. These rituals, they are dangerous. I must rest now. And if you intend to pursue the Duke, I suggest you should as well. There are great evils at play. You should rest for a long time.
Okay.
You should.
At least 8 hours.
There you go.
Or 6
Should
hours
we
if you don't
wake
have
up-
a watch.
Should we wake up more powerful?
No, we shouldn't.
Oh, too
Not,
bad.
not yet.
Alrighty.
Okay, so before you guys rest, dun dun dun, someone arrives. A Hell Rider. Who could it be?
Rhea Mantamore, Novell Terrell.
Really could be anybody. I mean,
Hey,
It's not Rhea Mantamorn. It's
Rhea
Lashada.
Mantamore's dead.
It's Lashada, everyone's favorite. You'll know her
Rhea's
from
my
that.
favorite.
What's a Lashada?
You'll know Lashada from that time that she was impaled by the Chain Devil.
Oh, right. I pictured some lady with like big long nails trying to type on a keyboard like Peter Griffin. Anyway, yeah.
Lashada Calwat, the one that you had saved.
Right.
She comes
Oh,
running.
hey, how you
She's dressed in plate armor. She has a silvered greatsword, and she seems like to be in a rush.
What's wrong, Lashada? Why are you so out of breath?
Giggity.
The other Hell Riders. Did they come through here?
Nope.
I thought you were staying at the Shield Hall.
I was. But we were running low on supplies. Listen, a couple of us, while you were resting last night, we got to thinking about the survivability of those in the High Hall. A small group of us, we snuck out unbeknownst to Onthar's room. We dropped by here, and we'd learned that the people here were starving. They are defenseless. They've got no weapons. They've got no food. They've got no water. They are terrified. We learned of this, and we promised them, as Hell Riders, that we must protect them. So we went to discover a cache that the Hell Riders have kept in the Dragon Eye Dockhouse for situations like this. We traveled there, but we got ambushed at Torm's Blade and were separated. We were already tired from the previous fight. We said if we got separated, we'd meet back here. There is a dwarf and an elf. Dunmar, Axshine, and Neri Whistlewood. Are you sure that neither of them have come here?
Pretty sure. Of course, we were gone last little bit.
I don't know. Pahera? What do you know?
No, my child. I know not of those names. No Hell Riders. No gods. No one.
What about you? What about you, my turtle friend?
Only these heroes.
There was some lots of names then. 4 Hell Riders. I thought she said 2, but she said 4 names.
Yeah, they each got 2 names. I get confused with that too.
Oh
You only have
yeah.
one name and whatnot.
I got 2 names too, actually. Selton Fellbranch.
Oh, nice.
So, anyone want a good berry?
I'm good. Thanks.
I have to go to the dockhouse.
Fresh.
There are supplies there. There is food and water. Enough for all of these people. And weapons. So they can arm themselves. So they have a fighting chance. I'm not asking you to come with me, but it is dangerous to go alone.
I'm not asking you. I'm begging.
I'm just hinting at
I
it.
mean, was this before or after our next long rest?
This is like 2 seconds after Faraya told you to sleep.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, we can go. We were planning to go try and find some other folks, but this seems like a good plans too.
Well, just to give these people a fighting chance. And the others. Dunmar, Neri. We need to find
God, I
them.
think you're Jewish. Are all Hell Riders Jewish? The guilt trips. Alright, let's go, guys.
You'll come with me.
Sure.
I mean,
You're not Hell Riders. I do not expect it of you. It's your choice. I can go and get Rhea Mantlemorn.
I'll just make sure that she's on the up and ups. Yeah, she
I
seems
am
fine.
Raven, rider of Hell Riders of El Terrell.
I guess let's go. I mean,
Wait. That's the Tomb of the Creed Resolute.
it is.
Sure
Yeah.
is.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, we killed that White Abishai and those cultists.
What?
This lady who did the exorcism.
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
You know, that white demon thingy that came in. I'm telling the one that did the exorcism.
Paharia.
Yeah. The one that's breathing her.
Faraya!
That's what I said.
She's a pariah.
I call her Bob.
If you wish to stand with El Terrell, you can speak your name. And have your name traced in the Tomb of the Creed Resolute as well.
Why would I want to sell my soul to the devil?
I mean, I'm okay skipping that.
Understand.
Yeah. Once we get out of earshot of all these people, me and you are going to have a talk about that book.
What are we doing about all these people here?
We're going
to get them
We're
food.
going to get them food and water and weapons.
Okay.
Yeah, just exactly.
Well, they have bacon for right now.
No, that one halfling's family's got lots of bacons. I mean, we can't give away his bacons to everybody.
If you have bacon, what else do you need?
Yeah, he did pay a steep price.
You only have
Expensive
bacon or a soul. I mean, one or the other. I mean, he literally sold his soul for that bacon. So let's let him keep it and his families too.
I'm not saying I'm going to force them. It's like You put a bunch of starving people in an enclosed place.
So
That
we
bacon's
got.
not staying with that family.
We can. I mean, I'm a little concerned of how we're gonna carry all this stuff. We got like a hole or something that we can chuck it in, or.
We need to find the food before they start becoming cannibals.
I went,
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there's a perfectly good body over there.
when you talk about like logistics, Lashada kind of seems rushed. Don't worry about that. We've got enough strong arms here, and that's all we need. We'll be able to get all the supplies.
I'm gonna insight her. Maybe she's not what she seems.
Maybe she's a Cambion.
And she seems too eager to lead us somewhere.
Yeah, especially since she just said she lost all her people.
All
We're
right,
so eager to follow her.
Raven, you feel like she seemed more interested in like weapons and arming everyone rather than like food. So you feel like maybe like there might not be food. There may only just be like weapons and holy water and stuff.
All right.
But
All right,
she probably like you feel like she's kind of just adding in the food thing to convince
them
you
to go.
guys.
Oh well, we don't care about the food or not. We can feed ourselves. Someone has good berries.
But the people. What about the people, Raven?
Well, they taste good too. Cook them right.
You're an odd man, Raven.
It's the other
Starting
white
to
meat.
question your general alignment.
They don't call them long pig for nothing.
All right, so you guys,
Either way, Lachey.
you guys head out to the high hall. You just make your way through the secret staircase and hit that lever again, so the staircase is hidden once more. And you head out of the high hall. Lashada joins you guys. She is Lashada Calwatt, Hellrider of Elturel.
I'm Raven, rider of Helter Riders of Elturel. How you doing?
And from the high hall, you look over to the west, and from this vantage point, you can see this gigantic cemetery to the west of Elturel. And if you ask Lashada about it, she points it out. But she wants to go to the Dragon Eye Dockhouse, which is all the way over in eastern Elturel. So she can lead the way. You head through the streets from High Hall to Torm's Blade. You're moving in a large group, but you have Callan just teaching you all of the back streets. Back streets back.
Street back, right.
Backstreet
So,
Boy.
Yeah, I grew up in the hood. I know where to go.
yeah, so he just leads you like straight down the middle of this road and then straight over the Torm's Blade.
I grew up in the hood. I know all about the main street.
Yep. You're like, your theory is like, you just, if you're out in the open, then you're less visible.
Yeah, if in Baldur's Gates we would have run around the back alleys. Good things you were here. The secret of hiding in plain sight.
So as you guys walk through this garden, that's what it was called, the garden. It was like a massive park which was central to Elturel, a huge sprawling park, and now it's just raised, completely raised. There's nothing left of it except for some blackened brambles and smoke trailing up everywhere. As you guys are heading through Elturel, everyone roll me a 1d20.
Here, get rid of the -4. Oops.
Alright, you're running, and all of a sudden, Elturel shifts, and you feel the entire earth start to rumble, and it's just a giant quake. And you're running in between the buildings because Callan says that running in between the buildings is like the quickest way. However, one of the buildings starts to collapse, and Nico, you're right under it. You need to make a dexterity save.
You die.
That's why we take the back roads.
You attempt to dive out of the way, but you don't get completely crushed, but a couple of stray rocks hit you for 10 bludgeoning damage. One of them just boops you straight in the head. Meanwhile, you look up and you see this 400-foot diameter crackling black orb rising above El Terrell. It's just sending these sporadic flashes of lightning, continuing to strike buildings, and if this keeps up, there's not going to be much left of El Terrell by the time it gets dragged all the way down into the River Styx. Even more worrying, when you cross Torn's Blade, there is no devils here, there's no ambush or anything like that. The River Styx just seems that little bit closer. Just a little bit closer than last time. Anyway, you haven't run into any trouble so far, and you travel from Torn's Blade to the Dragonite Dockhouse. As you're running through Eastern El Terrell, again, this section of El Terrell is way worse than Western El Terrell. Like, there's nothing left. Every building is flattened pretty much, and there is just big piles of burnt rubble. Everything looks quite destroyed. And as you're running through the streets, you kind of almost pass by the area in which you first arrived, near the pair of black antlers, as you're wrapping around to head to the Dragonite Dockhouse. And you actually come to the same intersection, the same fountain that you teleported next to. And you're just planning to take a right at this intersection, so you do, thanks to Callan. And then you hear someone screaming for help, a male's voice. Help! Help me! Help! It's coming from this direction.
Oh,
I rush there.
You look at the something.
We're coming to help you.
It's a something I can't pronounce.
Something I can't even read.
It looks like a goat. Coming around the corner, you see a building that's just mostly destroyed. There's like an ashen corpse just laying on the ground with a big black burn mark trailing their body. And poking around near these buildings are these strange creatures. They have the head of a goat with these weird bleated eyes, curved horns, and little mosquitoes or some sort of insects buzzing around their flesh. They're a humanoid shape. They have a shaggy coat trailing down from their arms and covering their chest, and their flesh, it's disgusting, it's rotten. There are maggots crawling in pockmarks of its disgusting flesh, and it has this sickly long tail that ends in spikes that are dripping with some sort of green poison. It's actually hovering above the air about a foot, and its legs are all twisted and bent in ways that make you uncomfortable to look at. And they're just sort of flicking their tails around.
You get some cream for those pimples.
Alright, so you can hear this cry for help coming from around the corner. That's not all. There's another cry for help.
But wait, there's more.
Help us! By Monodon's word, someone save us! Coming from around this corner down an alleyway, you hear dwarves calling for help.
Yeah, we're coming towards everybody. Run this way.
I'm going to roll initiative.
That means you, dwarfy people.
Oh, yeah, Lashida's going to come running too. She's got her silver greatsword out and she's just sprinting down the street. Alright.
Hopefully she's better than that Rhea Mantelmorn.
I feel like they all had the same training, these Hell Riders. But who knows. Lashida seemed more of a leader though. She seemed a bit more level-headed. Okay, so there's dwarves calling for help from one area. There's someone else, sounds like maybe an elf or a male human calling for help from another direction. Vargo, what do you do?
I'm gonna step over to this one. Do they look hostile or no?
These ones?
Yes.
Take a look at this handout and tell me, do they look hostile? Yeah, they're harassing
Uh-oh.
someone, obviously.
Barlow's pretty damn ugly himself. Okay, so yeah,
I don't
he'll
know.
run right up to him.
Do these things look hostile? Yeah, they're obviously some sort of like, they don't belong here.
Maybe we should just hold on
Alright.
to and let Raven make a deal with it.
As you approach Bargle, you start to run at it. The first step you take, your foot aches, and then you take another step, and you just feel sick, like your insides are rotting, and you actually need to make a Constitution save. Alright, you actually, you take a bit of damage from this rotting presence. It's like some sort of foul aura coming off of these bullzos. So, if I can click it. You're hit for 7 necrotic damage, Bargle. It seems to be intensified by the fact that there are 2 of these as well. You run over, and your axe is a direct hit on the bullzo. Alright, you slash through it good. The axe cuts straight through its flesh and just opens up this disgusting wound, and rotten offal and black blood spurts out onto the ground in a big pile beneath it. You swing again, and it just kind of almost warps away from you an inch or 2, dodging your attack. Nico.
Okay. Let's see what these guys are going. What's going on with you guys over here? 2, 3.
Alright, over here, first of all, you see what looks like it was once probably a statue of someone famous in Elturel, but it's been transformed into a hideous looking devil. And there is a large fissure in the ground, and you can hear multiple dwarven voices coming from the fissure. It looks like a building has sort of collapsed nearby, and then the quake has opened up the ground, and the dwarves have somehow gotten themselves down into this hole.
Okay. How deep is the hole?
You need to take one step closer to take a look. It's at least 10 feet from what you can see. You look down, and it's 20 feet deep. It really looks like a sinkhole that had literally just opened up, like the earth Elturel had cracked open.
Okay.
Help us! By Muradin's word! Help us! We've fallen down here!
So you said it's 25 feet. Okay, I'll help you. Hold on.
My leg! My leg!
5, 10. Oh, wait, I was here. 5, 10, 15, 30. Okay.
Nico, if you want to assess, like, what is going on with this guy's leg,
Yeah.
or the situation, how dire it is, you can either make a perception check to see what's going on with his leg, or an investigation check to see how urgent this situation is.
There you go.
Alright. This guy, Cartel, Boulder Stern, he has a boulder. His leg is being squeezed. It looks like the sinkhole is closing back over his leg or something. So he's restrained. His leg is stuck. Mm-hmm. That would be an action as well.
Okay. So then I'm gonna have him just go over. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm good for now.
This voice calls out, "Please, someone help me! These vile fiends are attacking me!" And you hear someone just crying for help and trying to hide in this abandoned building, destroyed building. Alan, dear.
I'll move to there, and I'll help my buddy Bargle. Get my sheet. It's not open. There it is. Stab him with my blade.
You don't actually feel this presence, Alan, dear. You go to swing at the bullseye, and its poisonous tail whips around and hits your rapier blade to the side.
That's it.
You're taking a bonus action to dash.
Oh yeah, I always do basically because I don't need to. I don't need to disengage.
Okay. Well, just let us know if you're using your bonus action though as well.
Okay.
Patience.
Okay. Has it been less than an hour?
It's been more an hour now because you're all the way over the other side. So yeah,
Okay.
Hex is gone.
I'm not going to recast it. I'll just.
You
Eldritch
actually
Blast.
gonna take a bit of damage. Patience. Actually, Nico, you're going to as well. All right, Patience. You take 3 necrotic damage, and before Nico, I forgot to deal this to you. Nico, you take 5 necrotic damage. When you start your
see
turn,
the source? Just
yeah, it's
Those
these
creatures.
those creatures.
oh, from those other creatures.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This is when you start your turn. I just forgot to deal it to you.
I don't. Which ones am I resistant to? No, not that one. Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm going to do Eldritch Blast on that one.
That's a hit.
Oh, wait. Not the necrotic. Forgot to take the hex off.
The beam slams into the bullseye, and it just sort of puts this disgusting bruise on its bulbous torso.
Okay, I'll try again.
That's another hit. And it splits its stomach, and all of these rotten entrails and guts just fall out onto the ground. Meanwhile, the creature is just cackling. I'll take off Flame Corgi. Lashada, like, takes her arm and puts it over her face. That's disgusting! And suddenly, her arm starts to jig, and she looks at her hand. Her hand is beginning to rot from standing near these things. So she steps forward, and she just swings at it. Her greatsword. Silvered greatsword. She hits. And the bullseye cackles some more before just dissolving down into this slick, oily black ichor. And Lashada kind of recklessly just like walks through the ichor and kind of splashes up on her leg. Alright, when she does that,
Don't be stupid.
obviously doesn't know about the hazard of ichor. She needs to do something. Constitution save. She's doing this so you guys know what not to do. Alright, she doesn't seem to be bothered by the ichor, and she's going to make her second attack. And she looks over. Don't worry, the Hell Riders are here now, she says to the man to reassure him. I am Lashada Calwat. Raven.
I'm gonna go to here. I'm gonna shoot this guy down here twice. Where'd my sheet go? I gotta bring it up again just a sec. There we go. And the first one is a...
That's a hit.
Woohoo!
You got Spell Sniper, so you easily managed to get that beam past Callan and Bargle and straight into the bullseye.
I'm gonna give him a little push.
Alright, you knock it back. It goes 5 feet down past this area on the map.
I'll hit it again.
It's a miss.
Or not. Alrighty.
Callan,
Next.
you are actually not feeling this aura from where you're standing.
Ranged attacks. There you are.
I'll do Toll the Dead on it.
It lets out a bit of a moan. And resists the spell.
Ah!
Alright, this woman just yells out, please! Help! Do you have a rope? It's shaken down here! This structure is not sturdy! We're covered in limestone! I know that because of my stone cutting feature.
Okay.
Alright, this bullseye...
A virus in there to go with the lime?
The bullseye moves up next to Lashada, and it just roars. And it's going to actually move up even closer. When it moves, it kind of untwists its leg, like it's undoing a knot. And these weird cloven hooves that are twisted backwards land on the ground, and it does this weird, like, long-footed hopping thing, and it just, like, leaps. And it just leaps into this spot, like, clearing 10 feet at a time. And its barbed tail flicks at Bargle. Miss. And that's it. Oh, hurry! We can't get out! We got no rope! I can't climb! My leg! The dwarf calls out. Alright, Bargle. The rotting presence inflicts 2 points of necrotic damage to you.
Alright. Oh.
Swing and a miss. And another miss. It teleports a couple of inches away from your blade with each attack. Nico. So you've seen that one of the guy's legs stuck. They talk about like structures being unsafe and the sinkhole going to collapse. So you could use your action to make an investigation check and see if any of these buildings around here could collapse, or you could make an athletics check to try and climb down and extend a hand to get one up, or something else that you can think of.
Just so if just logistically plan things, if I send Puppy down and use that, can they teleport to the top of the lip?
They could. Not the guy with his leg stuck though, because he's restrained.
Oh, the teleport would block the restraint as well?
Yeah, he can't move. He can't teleport away.
You could thorn whip him to break the. Yeah.
Or it might rip his leg off.
Okay, I got enough movement. I'll climb down, and then I'll
make an athletics check.
Try an athletics check. I'm out of here.
Well,
athletics.
You got enough movement. It's 20-foot climb.
It's 20 down. I was.
No, that costs you 40 feet to get down. Climbing is half movement speed.
All right, I will. I'll go with the thorn whip plan.
You're going to thorn whip him?
I don't think that's going to work if he's stuck. That was for grapples, I forgot.
Okay, I'll go...
Jump and take the damage.
Yeah, the reason why it breaks a grapple is because you get
I'll
moved out of the grappler's reach. If you just if you're restrained, then you don't like get the grapple broken.
I'll jump down.
Alright, you just jump straight down. Alright, make an acrobatics check. It's a very jagged area. You don't know like the integrity of the buildings around you, or how quickly this fissure could close, because it could very well just snap closed right now. You manage to slide down, avoiding falling prone and avoiding the full brunt of the damage. You only take 1 point of slashing damage from kind of sliding down and cutting yourself on a rock. So that costs 5, 10. It costs you 15 feet to do that so far.
Alright, so then I will...
The guy's leg is stuck. It is like squeezed. It would require an athletics check to rip his leg out.
Alright, I will make the athletics check, and I will use my DM's inspiration too.
Okay, you get a surge of energy. Adrenaline kicks in, you try to rip this guy's leg out.
Yeah.
But it's not... He just yells, "Ah, my leg! Ah, it's getting tighter!"
Well,
okay. Yes, that's fine. I will,
The other dwarf yells out, "We've got to get out of here! The fissure
gotcha.
could close on us at any moment!"
Yeah. I understand. 2 seconds. Help me get him out of here. Free him, and then we'll get out of here.
Yeah! It's not my turn yet! Alright, this other guy. Everyone's just crying. Everyone's just crying at the moment. God, help me! Alan, dear.
But attack this guy again.
That's a hit.
I just keep showing bless.
You,
Alright.
You're hit for 7 points of necrotic damage at the start of your turn as well, Alan, dear.
I can't dodge that, right?
It's not an attack, so no.
That's unfortunate.
It's, just being near this thing and seeing its rotten flesh seems to just make your flesh rot as well. You hit it with the booming blade, and the thunderous energy just peels off a big chunk of rotten flesh, exposing disgusting innards.
I'll do a bonus action, dash away.
Patience. You take 2 points of necrotic damage at the start of your turn.
Okay. And I'm going... further away, but I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Alright, when you move away, you feel a lot better. That aura is not hurting you. And that hits. And a massive chunk of rotten bullseye flesh sprays all over Lashada Calwat and gets in her mouth.
Do one more.
That hits. And you burst it. Rotten entrails just paint Lashada.
I did minimum, and I did maximum and then minimum.
Both have left this very dangerous looking pile of ichor on the ground. But that's all that's left of them, just a black ooze. Lashada just says, don't worry, the Hell Riders are here. Citizen of Elturel, I will save you. Come with me if you don't want to die. And she extends her hand. Meanwhile, there's dwarves. God, I knew I'm being punished. Doomthorn, I didn't mean to keep any secrets from you.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That'll end my turn.
Alright, you're taking the dash action.
Yep.
Callan.
Okay, head down here. Are they pulling people out of a pit? I heard a lot of screaming and ropes and.
No, you see, there's no ropes. There's like three dwarves down there.
Well,
with
we'll pour it out of here as soon as we can get this guy free.
They're trying to get some people free. You look down. There's a 20-foot deep fissure with 3 dwarves stuck down there.
They're stuck like.
Well, they are down in the hole. One of them has his leg stuck. You could you heard like one of them saying, "Watch out, the buildings, they're gonna collapse." So you could like make an investigation check, Callan, to see if some of the buildings are gonna collapse. Or you could like lower a rope for them or something, or you could try and climb down and pull one up.
I was gonna lower. I have a hempen rope. I was gonna lower a hemp rope. I was gonna lower it down.
Okay.
Grab that, little ones.
Little? One of them says.
Hairy ones.
I ain't leaving until Cartel's free! The female says to you. I can't get to you, Cartel! Everything's shaking! And this guy's gonna look at you, Nico. I'm helping you then! On the count of 3, pull! And he gives you the help action, Nico, to help you pull this guy free. This guy's just panicking. Oh no! I'm not getting out of here.
Nonsense. We're all going out of here.
Bargo. Alright, you come running to investigate what's happening, Bargo. Do you still
All
have,
stand in the falling building area.
do you still have your action? Or did you just dash? Hello? Okay, dash.
Oh. Yes, yeah, you're going to dash. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, you come over and you see and hear the same thing. 3 stuck dwarves.
I guess I'll use Action Surge and grab the dwarf in front of me.
Hey,
See if I can rip him free.
20 feet. The hole's 20 feet deep.
Oh, so I can't do that.
If you're a bugbear, you might be out of reach. Because apparently they have, like, stretch arms from arms. But yeah, it's a very tight space down here. Like, they can barely even fit. They're getting crushed. Like, the sinkhole's shaking and it could just
Can I lay down and extend my what's the longest thing I have? A glaive? Is that what so I could grab onto that?
Well, there's already a rope. Callum's got a rope, but they're refusing to leave until Cartul is free. They're also saying that one of the buildings may collapse. You could make an investigation check to determine
Figure out which buildings would collapse and stuff.
to determine if a building's going to collapse
Sure.
or not, Barkle. Make an investigation.
Oh, that
check.
would require my action. I've already used it.
Oh yeah, that would require an action.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I thought you were going to use your action surge.
Oh no, 'cause I thought he was right there, so I was going to grab him and pull him away, but he was 20 feet down.
You
So-
can jump down.
All right, Nico.
Do you think I can mold
said
the
it was
earth
tight.
to get it free?
It will. All right. It will. You would need to do an investigation check first, because if you dig in the wrong place,
That could get worse.
sandwich time. But you could just
All
use your
right.
action to investigate, or someone else could, and yeah, you could mold his leg free. You could also, like,
athletics.
if you molded this area, it might cause this building to collapse or the statue or something too.
All right, I'm gonna use the athletics that he's helping me on. We'll get the help on it. Do
All
it
right.
this time. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, we're doomed. I'm sorry, Cartel. We're going to have to amputate.
I action surge. No, I don't. Yeah. All right.
All right, running out of time.
If you guys stay down here and why don't you guys go? We'll get some out of here. Make some.
Go.
Just get out. We'll get them.
Listen, boy, dwarves don't leave other dwarves.
Okay.
If he ain't coming, then none of us are coming, and that is Moradin's way. Alan, dear.
Tiefling sleeve drawers.
I'm gonna spend some quality time with the Shada.
You could just
What's going on in here?
Alright, she's just tending to this guy. Oh, thank you. It's a human male, and he's got these, like, black gloves. Like, these big, hefty gloves on both hands. Looks like a blacksmith. He's got a stained apron.
Are you from Altaril?
Yes, I am. I'm a
What are you doing
blacksmith.
here?
I was hiding. I was hiding in a cellar at the smithy. And
We'll save you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Are you a
Yeah,
Hell
mate.
Rider?
Oh God, no.
Oh,
Do you have any money?
money?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is my forge. Look at it. I don't even have a roof over my head. Like, literally.
Okay. You can owe me later. We'll help you.
Yes. I've got
Let's
a
get
shop.
this guy out of here.
Shada just says, I've got him. He's going to come with me if he doesn't want to die.
He's coming with me if he doesn't want to die. You both are.
Yes, well, what about the others? Are the others safe?
Oh, those people, I think they're okay. You want to go see?
Alright. And she'll rush over to help. If you're looking after that guy. Patience, you're up.
Okay. From here, can I make any kind of check on the buildings?
Yeah, you could make an investigation check, do a building inspection.
See if they get a CO.
Here's the tiefling building inspector.
Yep, you just like realize that their building's about to collapse within the next 18 seconds.
You have 18 seconds to get out of that way.
You can see the wooden support beams of the building starting to bend under the pressure as the ground is being uplifted from the quake. The entire thing's gonna fall down and probably fill this entire hole with rubble. That's if the fissure doesn't crush them first.
I will spread that good word.
Okay. Raven.
Alrighty. Which building was going to collapse?
This one.
Okay.
And it'll probably like hit the statue, and the statue will probably break apart too.
That's okay. It's a bad statue. Looks evil. So the other, are you guys coming up?
They vowed not to leave their brother. This guy's leg's stuck still.
Well, you should maybe unstick his leg with an axe so we can go, or you're all gonna die.
Alright, Raven, you could make like a nature check to see like how long before you think this fish is gonna close if you want. If you wanna try and alright. You've got like 3 rounds left and it's gonna just snap shut and anyone in that fish is gonna be forever lost.
So is anybody down there able to move the rocks away from his leg?
Yeah, well, Nico's trying. So yeah, like this is the 3rd round as well. So like 2 more rounds, and if you don't get them out, they're gone.
Okay. All right. Let me see here.
That also takes your action to do that, to assess the situation.
Okay. Yep. So you've got like 12 seconds before the fissure closes, and you're all dead.
Okay, no pressure. I got it. Let's go.
Done.
Alright, someone could also take a look like for a good place for Nico to excavate.
Yeah, do that.
If they want.
I can move some earth if somebody can point out where. Maybe with all your stone sensing and shit.
Yeah, like the 2 brothers.
It worked, Stone! This ain't worked!
I'm about to work it. You gotta start somewhere.
It is limestone, by the way.
Oh, well, I just pee some carbon dioxide on it then.
Alright, Callan, do you want to look for a good place for Nico to dig, or do you want to try and like stop the statue from...
I'll look for somewhere where he could dig.
Alright, make an investigation check. Alright, you do determine that if he does dig like on this side of where the guy's leg is, then this statue will collapse down. But if he kind of angles it over here, should be good.
Then
should be able to get the guys
in, which is fine.
I'll tell him that.
Yeah, then only Raven falls in. Okay. Alright, Velcora is she's pretty much just getting in the way at this stage. And Strawfin says, Alright, I've got him! One more time, Cartel, we're gonna get you out of here! Oh, I'll never be able to play that piano again! Bargle. The dwarves are just saying their last prayers. You could like...
to the left is coming down. Is there anything... the statue to help keep it...
Yeah, you could try and make an athletics check and like shift the statue and move it up against the building to try and give you even a few more seconds.
Yep, go for it.
And it ain't budging.
I thought, I just realized I thought Nico had to be able to, I thought I had to be able to see Nico, but he just has to be able to hear me. Damn it.
Alright, Bog, you attempt to push this statue and it's just not your day. It does not budge at all.
Okay, move out. Everyone, move out of the way. We're coming right now.
Yeah. 20.
My leg! I'm never gonna be able to play the piano again.
You don't need legs to play the piano.
I play the piano with my legs. Oh, my leg is free! And you excavate the earth up and dump it on Raven's head. Oh, it's a blessing. Oh, thank the dwarven god of stone.
Corgi will come down in the middle, like right where, if he shares the square with that dude, that Velkin dude, can we all teleport if we were within 5
Yeah,
feet?
you can just teleport them all the way.
Yeah, we'll do that up to the top.
Alright. You teleport everyone out and with an explosion of fire, you teleport to the top.
Oh, it's very Michael Bay.
Sinkhole just slams down shut and the building starts to collapse. Everyone has to make a dexterity save in this area here.
Which area am I safe?
Everywhere. This building is going here.
Okay, well good, I'm south of it.
You still need to make a dex save from falling rubble.
Fine. I dance on the pieces as they fall.
Okay.
I
Velcora
don't
gets
need to
hit.
make one, do I?
No, you're good. Velcora is hit. Cartul is hit. And Struven jumps out of the way. Callan, you dive out of the way. Raven, you dive out of the way. And, alright, Cardle gets hit by a rock.
Dwarfs are stuck down the well?
Alright, this guy gets hit in the head with a rock and almost knocks him out, but he does jump out of the way. And Velcora gets booped. She barely knows it. She's actually wearing a helmet. And Good Boy is hit for 4 bludgeoning damage. And did you make yours, Nico? You got a 5. You're hit by a stray rock, and you take 6 bludgeoning damage. And the entire building and statue just crumble down, filling that little plaza completely with rubble. But you got all the dwarves out of the hole. So now you've got some more dwarves to look after.
Great, another mouth to feed.
Alright, you guys quickly run back out into the street. Quick, do a head count, make sure everyone's okay. And everyone's all accounted for. And you've got 4 survivors. Struven Iron Fist, Cardle Boulderstern, Velcora Ashenwell, and Orin Ragrin.
How's his leg? Can he walk?
Yeah, it's fine. Like, it was literally just like his boot, like, getting caught. Like, he could have just taken his boot off as well, and then he just would have been fine, but
Gotcha.
no one noticed that. Alright, we're going to wrap it up here for tonight with you guys saving 4 more souls and heading over to the Dragon Eye Dockhouse to get some weapons to arm these poor survivors of El Terrell. I'll see you guys back here next week. Thank you guys all very much.
Thanks.
Later.
Thanks, Seb. See you
Good night,
Saturday.
all.
Or tomorrow, actually.
Alright, see you then. Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye, everyone. Good night. Goodbye. Au revoir.